What time it is? Cisco and Johnny broadcasting live from the Fortress of Speed with the Ministry of Speed and Wallace the Dog right here in, well, rainy and dark, cold San Antonio. Hey, but listen, action's hot on the track. It's going to be even hotter tonight as we work around the Chinese Grand Prix. We got a special show for you tonight. I hope you are here for the long haul, but in the booth with me right now, of course, is Leo Titan, otherwise known as, well, should I say Mr. Pastor Kraft, otherwise known as Leo Titan. He's here to say a few words about our dearly departed buddy, EDPRO. Ed passed away last year. Whoa, we got to spill the track here. Who is that going around? That's the number 2. Hey, keeps it off the wall there. Sorry about that. And speaking of number 2, this is EDPRO's old teammate, so we happen to be on him as we start talking about EDPRO. But Ed just passed away last year unexpectedly, and of course it was devastating for me and the rest of the guys. But we have made a commitment to honor him at the Chinese Grand Prix every year, and I intend to keep that commitment. So with that said, you know, we want to thank our sponsors, Parada del Estrada. Of course, all the guys that are here tonight are a fantastic group of individuals, and I just couldn't be more pleased and honored to be here in the booth calling their race. As you can see, we have Fenorio Antos here tonight, so that's going to be something special. Donnie Staubitz, and of course our newest rocket ship, Stalin 18. Y'all know he's not new though. Stalin was with us last season, or actually 2 seasons ago. But yeah, I'm really glad to have Ray Rawls back. Robert's here joining us for the first time. It's been a while since we've seen Robert. Robert just had his wife just had a little boy, so you know, congratulations to Robert again. So he's going to be joining us tonight. The number 2, obviously, EDPRO's old teammate. He's here racing with Hendrick for Out Front Racing. Jamie Dodger is going to be here tonight. Roasted 236. Mr. B Family Motorsports is going to be Mr. B and Little B Camaro Jr. Father and son team. They've been running very well this season, so I'm looking forward to a good race for them. Of course, Rosta and Donnie Staubitz here, Sasquatch Motorsports, number 1 and number 2 drivers, both of them in the class tonight. And I'll tell you what, these guys have definitely got some pace. We'll see how they can fare tonight. I'm looking to see either Donnie or Rosta for sure, at least in the top 5. So we'll see how that works out. Of course, Finish Boy all by his lonesome tonight for Gunfighter Motorsports, my team, driving Ferrari. Rio has retired, and I tried to get him a Ferrari driver tonight, but it's a lot of pressure in that seat, so you know, I can understand that, but you know, yeah, I wouldn't even go there. I kind of want to say more, but I'm not. Bro Wilson, Brother Bro is here tonight. He's in the Sahara Force India. Of course, Fly High Jeremy Pope. He's going to be teammating with Robert here in the McLarens. Jeremy's going to be joining us full time from now on. Y'all know that he runs very well. He's going to be in the McLaren, heading that team up. Of course, TKF in the Toro Rosso, and Hendrick 88 Fly is here as well. So lots of great drivers, lots of good fun. I'm looking forward to a great race. I'm pretty excited about having Ray and Anto here. They're trying to take that crown off of Finish Boy's head. Leo, I'll tell you what, it's been a while since you've done any sim racing. What do you think, man? Would you be willing to come in here and give these guys a run for their money?
Well, Johnny, I don't know if I'd be given a run for the money, but I could at least run around the track with them.
There you go. Well, I know you've been really fast when you raced with me in previous leagues, but you know, man, I'm just really thrilled that you're here tonight, man. I really need that support. Number 2 in the booth here, Mr. Tyler Andrews, our youngest member of the ministry, and by far the fastest, and of course our IndyCar and Lamborghini World Champion. I tell you what, Leo, this guy right here is a true gentleman, a true sports sports car driver. Trying to work his way to the open wheel field here. He can do the Indy cars, but F1's going to be a little bit more trying for him, but a great guy all the way around. Tyler, what's going on, brother? How you been?
Doing good tonight. How are you, Johnny?
Well, you know, we're here talking about your old teammate, man. We saw you having a little slippery sliding on the track there, man. What's going on with your car?
It's just a little slippery. Like always, just having issues here and there with these F1 cars.
You'll be all right, though. But again, you know, we're here to honor your teammate, Ed. You know, it's been a year since he's passed. You know, any thoughts on that? Have you considered, you know, anything in particular about saying something about him tonight?
Oh, for sure. I mean, Ed was always a great guy when I came along to the ministry. I mean, he's one of the guys that brought me into this. Happy to be here. I mean, we've come a long way since then, winning a couple championships, and now I'm in the F1, hoping I can do and perform well for him tonight.
Well, I tell you what, man, when he first brought you in here, man, I had no idea that, I don't even know where y'all met. I'd like to hear that story one day, but he brought you in here, and I was kind of curious. I said, I'm not sure what he sees in this young man, but we know now. I mean, Ed made the right choice. I know he didn't do that consciously, but the Spirit of God works in many ways, and to bring you here and to have you honor us here, to show us, your true drivability. Like I said, winning 2 world championships, man, it's very impressive, because these guys, none of these guys are just going to lay down. You know that for sure. These guys are all going to try to do what they can to win. So for the youngest member to come out here and do something spectacular like that, and it's impressive. I'm completely taken aback. So I wish you the best of luck tonight. We got a couple of the guys that want to get in here. So it looks like Donnie or Rosa's having some issues there, but we wish you the best of luck tonight. Out front racing, stay out front, brother. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in. All right, Pastor. Once again, get back out to Ed here. As you can see, it's kind of still difficult for me to talk about it and to be where I need to be with this. Is that going to be a while? Is that going to last a while? I mean, having that, I don't want to say uncomfortableness, but I don't know, man. I just feel really saddened by that. I mean, I feel like he got cheated, man. I mean, he really did. I see some of his old posts, and it's funny. They start coming up like around this time of year. I mean, it says, a year ago this time, and and it shows him. And last night I opened one up, and it was him drag racing in his car, and I was like, oh my God, I mean, it just brought tears to my eyes. But is that going to be for a while? I mean, because I really would like that to stop.
It is something that definitely can continue. Grieving is a part of the human experience, and it is a reality for us all when we are close to individuals and those individuals pass on. But honestly, beyond grieving, there's hope. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, it mentions these words: when this corruptible body is clothed with incorruptibility, and this mortal body is clothed with immortality, then the saying that is written will take place: death has been swallowed up in victory. Where, death, is your victory? Where, death, is your sting? The sting of death is sin, and the power of sin is the law. But thanks be to God, who gives us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. So there's hope beyond death. There's hope beyond now, and there's a hope to even be with those that have gone on. So greater than grief is hope.
I gotcha. Yeah. Well, that is definitely something that I know for a fact. I mean, I've given up on a lot of things, but I've never given up on God. I've always had the hope that He was going to bring me out of this that I don't want to say created for myself, but this world that I found myself in of late. Yeah, it's not a place I want to be, but it's a place that I've grown accustomed to in a way, knowing that and comforted by that fact that God is there, and that there will be a time when that'll pass, and all things will be back to where they need to be, or if not, in a better place. So I strongly agree with that, and I hopefully I kind of told myself the other day, maybe it's not a good idea that you let go of that, because then you aren't going to be human anymore, man. Then you won't have feelings anymore. If I harden myself to that point, I think it's okay to cry. I think it's okay to be mournful or sad or miss him.
Certainly.
Or it's just sometimes it just comes at the wrong time, and it can be quite overwhelming as well. So with that, Pastor, we're going to go ahead and let you have the floor here for a minute. We still got a minute, and I'll tell you what. Let's start at the beginning of Q2 here. We still got a minute and 45 seconds left in this qualifying session here. Let me run down the running order here, as everybody is pretty here to watch F1 racing as well. So we can ponder our more philosophical aspects here. But Antel on the top board here, 132.305, Fenorio right behind him. So the time traveler trying to go back in time, trying to catch Antel. But he knew that Anto was going to be a tough customer tonight. So 132.463 for Fenorio. His teammate Eric Garcia, Coast to Coast Racing, the West Coast Connection. Eric, 132.687. There's my boy, Finish Boy, at 133.104. That's Stylen. What's he doing back here? He's sandbagging at 133.435. Donnie Staubitz, What's his size? He's a 134.301. Not so bad for Donnie, man. He's 2 seconds off the mark there, but still in the fight. Robert, a 134.877. He hasn't run competitively in a while, but he's still got what it takes because he's up there at P7 in the top 10. TKF at 135.172. The number 2 at 135. Jamie D at 135, and Rosta at 135. So it's 135 is all the way down. Little B at 136. Fly High at 136, and Henrik. Oh my God, Henrik, a 140. Holy smoke, Henrik. We've seen paint dry faster than that. Come on, man. Put the Spurs to her. So with a minute, actually less than that, 26 seconds left here in Q1. Give me 1 second here. I need to go down to the chat room and deliver a message to the game room. So just stand by, and I'll just switch over the game chat here and tell them about their mics. I'm getting a message here. Hang on 1 second. Here we go. Gentlemen, if y'all could please mute your mics. Please mute your mics as people are qualifying. All that noise in the background and stuff, just please mute your mics. Appreciate it. Again, after Q2, Pastor's going to be doing something here for Q2, so if anybody wants to sneak up at the end of that, that's fine. But Pastor's going to be starting here in a minute. But please mute your mics. Please mute your mics. Thank you again. Okay, we're back. I just had to tell them to mute their mics. Some guys, they like it to be, I don't want to say quiet, but quiet. You know, they want to have they want to concentrate during qualifying, obviously, and some guys have their mics keyed open. And one thing that's really annoys me is that click, 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 click when you hear people shifting. That kind of gets on my nerves, you know, or kids screaming in the background or whatever, you know, they're talking to them. And so, yeah. And it's Saturday night, so people are at home, and it's getting cold outside. And how is it there in New York? I bet you it's pretty chilly up there, huh?
It is, yes. We've actually had our first snow of the week.
Yeah, man. I've been looking at those pictures that you sent last, I guess, winter. Y'all went to some lighthouse or something like that. Was that in the wintertime? I think it was. It was pretty much cooler, man. It looked really beautiful out there, man. I mean, you guys live a blessed life for sure, man. They ought to call that God's country for sure. They really should.
It is a beautiful part of the country up here in upstate New York, definitely.
Oh, I bet it is, man. Well, again, I want to thank you for joining me, man. Let this timer run out here, 1:35. But if you want to go ahead and start, sir, let's feel free to go ahead and do that. So again, Pastor Croft, you're going to go ahead and take care of business here, man, and give Ed what he needs to let him know that we're here.
Well, this is what we're going to do tonight, gentlemen. We're going to pray for Ed's family, and we're also going to take the time to pray for those in racing in general that have had serious injuries and loss of life. I'm a huge race fan. Yes. Haven't been doing any sim racing in a long time just with my schedule, but it grieves me every time I hear of a World of Outlaws sprint driver passing away, or an injury to an IndyCar driver, or
we were talking about Wickens.
someone in drag racing, or wherever it may be.
Absolutely.
We are in sim racing. We obviously love racing, and we have people around us that obviously pass on, and we have people that we watch and we hear about that are in cockpits of the real thing, and they definitely are putting their life on the line. So we're going to take time tonight. We're going to pray for Ed's family. We're going to pray for those that are racing and think of them. Let's do that. Father, you the one true living God, we come before you. We think of Ed and his family just a year after his passing, and any time an anniversary comes up, it can be a time for joy and it can be a time for sorrow, and this is one that brings bereavement back to the forefront. Lord, I pray for Ed's family. I pray for those that remember him, that are friends as well, that, Lord, in this very time, you'd be with them providentially. They would have a greater sense and understanding of hope, and, Father, ultimately they would see that there is no sting in death because of your Son. And, Lord, we as race fans, we know that those that we cheer for, those that we pull, even those that we despise in a that's not the person on my team level, that they put their life on the lines when they strap into a vehicle of whatever type it is to race. Lord, I pray you would be with those that race. I pray you'd be with the families that have lost loved ones at the high top tier levels, and then those that we don't even know about, because it might have happened at a local dirt track on a Friday night, or it might have happened at a sports car event in some lonely road course that hardly no one knows about. Lord, with those that have dealt with death in the racing community, be with them. And Lord, those that have dealt with injury, be with them and help them to overcome it and come back from it. And Lord, we pray that the brotherhood of sim racing with this group and others will be strong, and the camaraderie to be true, and that ultimately your love, warmth, and grace would be evident and felt, seen, and present. Thank you, Lord, for providentially working. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. All right. Well, that's beautiful, man. I really appreciate you taking the time to, out of your busy schedule. I know you guys got a lot of things going on up there, as you alluded to earlier. But it means a lot to me, and it means a lot to the guys that knew him. That people care, and people do care about us. Racing is a dangerous sport. I think I had posted up there when one of my friends from MotoGP passed away. I basically said the same thing. And there's a difference between living recklessly and living fearlessly. Recklessly is just taking unnecessary chances. Living fearlessly is living to the extent of your talent that it's a God-given talent that you have been graced with and honored with. And so a lot of these people, come out there and they think that, well, he's racing, he shouldn't be out there. Well, no, I mean, that's not really the case. Things happen, and when the Lord's ready to call you home, it doesn't matter if you're in the shower or you're walking on the street or you're racing a race car. It's time to go. But being that I think God loves racers a little bit more than everybody else, because He takes so many of them home. And lots of times it hits close to home. Like right now, Ed, like I said, was a great friend. He helped me a lot through some issues that I was going through, and I still am, actually. So it's not something that is easy for me to swallow. But I think in context of everything, I think that was appropriate for the whole thing in general. I mean, Ed's part of a bigger picture, a bigger scope of things, a bigger family, and to have someone recognize that, and like you said, providential prayer kind of encompasses all that, and it includes him as well. So I don't want him to feel like, or I don't want me to feel like how left that out, or just talking about people in general. No, I mean it's a specific, it's specifically aimed at that particular thing. Now, he didn't die racing, but he is a racer, So like you said, people get hurt, people get disabled. Rosta with a fast lap here. All right, Rosta. Donnie Staubus with a fast lap. Sorry about that. And I hate to hear that as well. When people pass away. Not too long ago, what was the Kentucky kid? What's his name? MotoGP guy. Why did I just forget his name right now? But he just passed away. He was riding his bike with the rest of the guys. On right after the race or something like that. Riding his bike, and he got run over. What's his name? And I helped his mom. I know his mom. I can't remember his name. I'm going brain dead right now, but yeah, it's hard to it's hard to deal with those kind of things, man. I try not to dwell on them, but it's obvious sometimes that it's overwhelming. And like right now, I can't even remember my friend's name. It's ridiculous. So again, Pastor, I just really appreciate you coming in here tonight, man. This is really helpful for me, man.
Sure, no problem, Johnny. I hope you guys have a great night of sim racing, and someone try to get the top spot there for finish boy.
Yeah, well, Donnie Staubus take that spot away right now. He's got a 132.771. Stylen and these guys right here, Stylen and Anto, are arguably the fastest guys pretty much on the PlayStation Network. And you can watch them on YouTube. Stylen is in that AOR league that has all these multiple different levels of competition and stuff like that. But Stylen is definitely a rocket ship. He's a rock star. Anto, he's got 4 world championships here in Formula One. So, I mean, these guys really know what's going on. Finish Boy's got 2 world championships with me. Whoa, and who's that? Donnie going a little wide there. So, you know, we got multiple world champions. Fenorio has a world championship. Jamie D has a world championship. So, you know, these guys are all contenders for, you know, for this top spot here. So it's going to be interesting to see how Finish Boy fares here, especially with no teammate. Last season, he had Rio 1974, arguably the best teammate a guy could possibly have. I mean, sacrificing self for the greater cause, and of course helping Finish Boy garnish the World Championship and Constructors Cup, you know, and to me another trophy. So I'm happy for that. I don't know how his chances are this season. I haven't built another case yet. But I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here as the season plays on. But Pastor, you're free to come, stay, go, or whatever you want to do there. But you've helped me cross the hump here, and that's basically what I needed you to say for me that I could not have ever said so eloquently and so gracefully. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
No problem. Thank you, Johnny. Y'all have a good night of sim racing.
Bless you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, Pastor Croft from New York State. Doing the thing here, giving us the love that we so desperately need. Just reminding us that Jesus is real, and God is the conductor of this orchestra. So, with that said, let's move on up here and see what we got cooking in the oven of speed here. As soon as that moves out of the way here, we're on board now with Robert CCS here, Mr. Spectacular, doing his thing, working the way around the track. Let's see if we can get somebody in here real quick here. One moment. Okay, hang on. Yep, never mind. I'll just do this. All right, so back at it here. So Robert, currently in P15 on his outlap here. Let's move up the ladder here. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, let's check out this guy right here. Styling on his outlap. He's come creeping out now. One moment. I'm getting a message here from Peter Kelly. And I'd sure like to get him up here. I'm using the wrong phone. That might be a reason why. Peter, if you can hear me, come on into the chat room. It's open, sir. If not, give me a second here, and I'll get you an invite. All right, got him. All right, Donnie's still on the top step here with 6 minutes and 41 seconds to go here. 132.575. Whoa! Right now we're riding on with Stiden 18. Ray Rawls driving the Mercedes alongside Antel Rafael, sponsored driver from Parada de la Strada. Speaking of which, Parada, go to the website www.paradadelastrada.com and order you up some that speed gear that he has on there. Speedwear. Woo! Ray Rawls hanging it out there. Go get him, Ray. Oh boy. You know, I couldn't do that, man. I mean, I couldn't grab those gears in that corner right there. I'd spin out. You see, a lot of these guys are going to do that. Hurtling through space and time. Watch this. All the way to the top from 15th. Let's see how far he rises. On the yellow banded tires here. Slinging it around. Here he goes across the stripe. Wow. Woo, man, I'll tell you what. That was he's just warming up. Donnie's still holding firm to that top step. All right, well done for Sasquatch Motorsports. Let's find out where Antel is. Here he comes. Mr. Sabo. About to strike like a lightning bolt here. Switching it on there, working his knobs, his nozzles. Hey, don't keep your hands off my knobs. Whoa! That might have cost him a little bit there. Let's see what he's got here. And does he climb up the ladder? Woo, man, all the way up to P4. So, yeah, Atomic Kiwi Racing getting somewhere. Now, Gunfighter Motorsports and the 12 machine. Mr. Levis Lampy himself, the reigning world champion. This could get interesting. Oh, so Antel's retiring from the session here. He just wanted to get in here, save his tires. Okay, I see what you're saying here. So he's got him a good spot here. So does Jamie D. He's got a good spot here in P6. There he comes, the Finnish juggernaut, the Helsinki Hammer. Formula One fanatic, how's it going, buddy, man? Thanks a lot. I don't know if I'm a beast or not, but I'm something. But yeah, thanks for joining us tonight, man. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Yeah, Formula One fanatic out there in YouTube land, man, giving me some props here. But yeah, I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. So with that said, we're still cooking the oven here. Still got the pot stirring. Try to get these tablets and stuff all back on. I got some new internet yesterday, and got to reconfigure everything, and it's not been an easy road here. How about that? You know. So right now, watching Rosta 236 coming out or coming in. Looks like he's coming in, folding up like wet cardboard. Nah, it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. I don't think he's gonna come back out here, but he's got him a good spot. Does he? Yes, he does. P8. All right. Let's see who else. Why is my mouse disconnected? I don't have a mouse that's disconnected. Huh, weird. So, whoa, who's that coming out in the Red Bull here? Let's find out. That would be Fenorio on his outlap. So we haven't talked much about this guy right here. Look where he's at. TKF, Kentucky Motor Speedway, first responder. Currently in P3, 133.157. Styling 18, still holding on that P2 spot. Look, I can't believe that Donnie Stoppers on the top step. Yeah, that's Dominator. Oh my God. I was out messaging Donnie this morning about 4:30 in the morning. Donnie, what were you doing up that late anyway? A great guy, man. He deserves to be where he needs to. He deserves to be on top here. I wish I could offer them more in the way of league-wise, but yeah, Donnie definitely honors me by being here as well. He was a good friend of Ed's as well. So, yikes. Pretty tough to deal with here, but on board now still with TKF here. What's he got going on here? TKF definitely a rocket ship, and not a bottle rocket without a stick. Definitely has control. Let's see if he can get a good run tonight. He's known for his aggression. Definitely an aggressive driver. We'll see if he can't harness that energy and go head-to-head with the likes of Ray Rawls and Antel Rafael. That's going to be an interesting prospect for me to watch anyway. I don't know about TK. He might be like hitting a brick wall. Whoa! 4 off there. I wonder if it's going to take his time away. He's still showing not yet. Didn't give a penalty, so it might have. Yeah, 4 off there. Not so good. Whoa! What do you know? Lack of practice got little B facing the wrong way on the track. Wow. Holy smoke, that could have been bad. Wow. So TKF didn't even flinch. He just drove right through it. Good job there. Not so good for Camaro. Spun around there. Still at the bottom of the field here. TKF going to stay in P3. So qualifying for Q2 is over. I'm trying to send a message to someone here, but I keep getting distracted. So give me a second here. Jason Bell is who I'm looking for.
Why are you doing that, Johnny? I just snuck into the room and say
Peter, what's going on? Peter Kelly from Kiwis and Kangaroos, man. What's going on, brother?
I just thought I'd drop in and say good day and hope wish everyone the best in this race for the memory of Ed Pro, former teammate in 2016.
Yeah, former teammate is right. You know, again, we go over the old stories, man, about how he was running his own teammate hard during qualifying. You know, man, it's been a while since I talked to you, Peter, man. It's good to hear your voice again, man. I'm glad you're doing well. Recently in the United States, tell me what you think about the U.S. Good, bad, thumbs up, thumbs down. What's going on there?
I was a bit apprehensive going over. I've met some people that I really get along with, but I had a great time. It was about a month I spent over in was it LA, San Fran, down to Vegas, all the way out to the Grand Canyon and back to San Diego. So it was a big trip. Got to cruise around the good old Dodge Challenger. We don't get those here in Australia, so that was a nice little drive. 2,600 miles we drove.
Woo!
Yeah, so wasn't a quick trip around, that's for sure. But
oh my God!
Saw some amazing Yosemite National Park and things like that. Just some amazing countryside over there that we just memories forever, mate. It was unbelievable. Already trying to think of planning, maybe go back in a couple of years' time and do from maybe around Texas over to the East Coast.
Well, you know my door is always open for you, brother. If you come on down to Texas, my door is definitely open here. You want to come during like maybe Pirelli World Challenge or something like that, and I'll get you, and we'll get to talk to some of these guys. You know, Patrick Long, Jason Bell, some of these big rock stars.
Well, that was the thing.
Go ahead.
I was there for Laguna Seca, but it was just I was a couple of days after I landed, and things were just a bit busy, so unfortunately I didn't get there. But got to drop into the NASCAR, the trucks over in Las Vegas. So
How was that? How was that? I've never seen the trucks.
Yeah, that was great. You know, and it was something we don't get here back in Australia, so it was a bit of an experience. You know, so we did all the American things at NASCAR, or the trucks anyway, and you know, we went to a baseball game and all that sort of thing where we got upgraded seats and we caught a foul ball. You know, the whole works. So
really, you got a ball too? Wow.
We got a ball, yeah. I know people spend their whole life trying to get a ball, but we got one at first go. So,
oh my God.
And we're sitting in the nosebleeds, and they gave us an upgrade to just behind first base. So,
wow,
man, I couldn't ask for more out of that trip. It was fantastic. So,
blessing, man. What a blessing. Well, you know, God is
good.
And so
busy already.
God is good. Maybe Ed Pro had a little, you know, saw his old friend in the neighborhood and wanted to, you know, take care of him there, man. But let me run that real quick. Finish boy on the top step so far in qualifying. Actually, no, he's not on the top step, but he's made it into Q3. This is going to be the last round of qualifying before the race starts here. So it's Antel, finish boy, Rosta, nicely done there from Sasquatch. Of course, TKF, Fenorio, Jamie D, Bro Wilson, Stylen, Robert, and Donnie. So Out Front Racing did not make qualifying. Neither did who else didn't come in here? I'll have to go down the list here, but I've been distracted. Sorry about that. Talking to these guys here about Ed and of course you, Peter. I'm glad that you did well here in the United States. I'm glad that you had a good experience. You know, I would like to go one day to Australia and have the same cool things happen to me. You know, maybe I'd make Bathurst and stuff like that. But you know, you never know. But looks like it's gonna rain here, man. I don't know. You know, Peter, when we started this stream earlier, actually when we started practice. You know, I was a little kind of a little off kilter a little bit, and I started the room and I looked up and it was pouring down rain. And you know for a fact that Ed Pro does not like rain, did not like F1. Nope. So you know, I just thought to myself, you know, he's got to be here, man. You know, he's got to be part of this. Then I got disconnected
for his last race.
Yeah, exactly. I got disconnected. I got disconnected from my internet, and it wouldn't let me connect. At all. Wouldn't it be hardline connect? Wouldn't it be Wi-Fi connect? I said, Ed, you need to stop playing those jokes and tricks, man. And sure enough, man, then it connected. Then it wouldn't let me open a chat room. I was like, oh my God, man. You know, he just I know he's here jerking, pulling my chain, man. You know, that's he does that, man. You know, he used to do that constantly, man. Always give me a hard time, but yeah, you're sure right. It did rain for his the last race. It also rained for the last memorial we had for him. So yeah, you got to know, man. You know, we miss him dearly. You know, he was a colorful individual. Like I said, you know, the only guy that pissed off the entire nation of Australia during the race. So I got more hate letters from behind him. But yeah, man. Peter, man, you know, I know you're busy, man. Thank you so much for coming in here, man, and sharing a few words there, man. You know,
that's all right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's no good to drop in, and good luck to everyone. I can't hang around too long, as I said. I'm
No, that's fine.
packing up headquarters, I guess you could say, and moving out of Sydney next week. So
Really? Where y'all going?
got to get up the Hunter region, Newcastle way. So
Okay.
a couple of hours north of Sydney. Yeah.
All right.
It's time to get out of the city, and yeah. So lots to
Awesome.
do around the house. As I was
Awesome.
saying in the message, I was stuck in the garage, so
Yeah,
got to get back to it. But good luck to everyone, and good luck with the stream, mate. Enjoy it.
Absolutely, man. Catch us on your phone, man. You could tune in here. But yeah, man, if y'all guys need anything from Kiwis and Kangaroos, you certainly let me know, brother. I'm here for y'all.
Too easy. Thanks, mate. Take it easy.
All right, there you go. Peter Kelly, Kiwis and Kangaroos administrator, and of course founder of that fantastic sim group out there. So any of you guys out there in the Australia time zones that want to race with simulation and some really good drivers, that's the man to look for right there. Kiwis and Kangaroos. You can find him on Facebook as well. Again, a fantastic guy, a great friend. He's got a great group of guys down there as well. I could just go on about them, but let's see here. Sorry about that. So back at it again. So Finish Boy out there. So Donnie Stoppets and Roast. Man, I can't believe that, man. Donnie was on the top step there, man, for the whole time. So he got Q2. I looked down. I hope he did finish it off, man. I was talking to Peter here, so I did not see the screen. So what do we got here? So we're on board now with Robert. So Robert's showing strong here as well, making the top 10. Good job from Robert. We had a full field here, man. I can't wait to see what happens here for the start, boy. Where's Eric Garcia? No way. Eric didn't make it in there? Get out of here. So that's who we're missing. Eric and a couple other guys. Bro Wilson made it in here. So Fenoya with a fast lap at 131.698. Here comes Robert. Robert to the top. Almost, anyway. A 132.755. JBD a 132.772. Finish Boy coming in. Or coming out. Okay, good. Here's Anto on his out lap. Rosta is still in the pits, tweaking and turning some knobs here. So let's go on board here with TKF. Here he goes. He was running wild and loose earlier. Woo! Moves up a couple spots here. All right. Here we go. Here we go. We'll stay right here for a minute. Y'all know this man right here is not someone to be trifled with. Certainly got the pace and speed to take care of business. Here he comes. Wow, 131.414. Boy! You knew that was going to happen. You just knew that. Here comes Sabo. Sponsored driver from Parada de la Estrada. In sim and in real life. Thank you, Mr. Schallenberger. Oh, my Lord. Woo! Some drift action there from Mantel. Boy, I about filled up my diaper right there. He goes through the gears mean, boy. On the ultra sauce. Got them things heated up, boy, I'll tell you. Mantel, boy. That boy crazy. Mm-hmm. Rich, he's on the juice. Got the DRS wide open. Whoa, whoa. There it is. Woo, 131.150. Taking down Ray Rawls. So, Atomic Kiwi Racing on the tops 1 and 2 there, followed by Coast to Coast Racing of Fenorio, Sasquatch Motorsports in P4, Mr. Spectacular in P5, Jamie D P6, Bro Wilson TKF, and Gunfighter Motorsports in P9. Weird, wild, crazy. Huh. I thought I heard somebody knocking on my door. That's spooky, man. That's spooky. So 4 minutes and 11 seconds. Everybody's back into the house here. Pretty much look at the final adjustments. Going to give it one more run. Here comes Donnie. What's he got cooking? Oh, he's coming in. So this man right here, he wants to start in front. He needs to start in front. I'm going to fire him. No, I'm just kidding. You can never fire Finn. He's been the my Schumacher. My staple of excellence. Uh-oh, my bad. In the DRS zone, he's got the juice on too. Let's see what he's got cooking in the oven of speed here. Two-time reigning world champion. He didn't get that way from being slow. He certainly didn't get that way from making dumb mistakes. Here we go. He's crossing the stripe here. God, he didn't pick up much time at all. What's going on with Finn here? 2 minutes and 45 seconds. He's probably got one more in him. Maybe two. Brother Bro Wilson, currently P8. Just leave it. Until 131, 150. Come on, I tell you what, man. So Bro Wilson doesn't pick up any more time here. He's got 2 minutes to go here, so here comes Finn for another swipe. Another shot at glory, baby. Down that final straightaway toward the house. The Finnish juggernaut. Crossing the stripe. Right here. Oh, he's on it, boy. He's on it. Nothing. What the heck? That can't be right. There's something wrong there, man. Something wrong with this car, boy. Something wrong with that car. Hey, bro, don't you be playing no jokes on my man there. So, 42 seconds left. I don't think anybody else has got anything else. Unless Finn was just sandbagging. Who knows? Here he comes one more time. I'm going to stay with him for a minute here because he's the only one that's going to have a shot. Oh boy, this is nerve-wracking. Fenorio with a steal. But here goes a finish, boy. Nada. P8, totally not right. Fenorio, wow. Coast to coast racer, but I'll tell you what, that's what practice does. Pays off big. Oh man, talk about a shot in the heart. Woo! Boy, Antel and Stylens are probably like, what the flip? Holy moly. So Anthony Johnson, yeah, coast to coast racer. I told him this season, man, I said, you know, you got to come hard with these guys, man. Antel and Finn, you know, you can't let them get in front of you. He's taking that advice to heart. I said, you got to strike hard, strike fast, man. That's the only way you're going to get ahead of these guys. Winning the first race in Australia, doing very well in the second race. Look at this one. Yeah, it's already on the top step. Nice, nice, very nice. So single-handedly mugged him because Eric's not here. But wow. I'm, oh no, I had to take it back. Look at that. Oh, Stylen just out of nowhere. Oh my God. So just a few moments of glory. Yeah, he's just cruising out there. Oh man. Ray Ross, you're a beast now. That's a beast right there, F1 Fanatic. This guy right here. Stylen 18, man. That's not even Christian, boy. That's just mean. Wow. Look at that. Oh my God. Go figure. Go figure. There's your lineup right there. Antel, Fenorio, Bro Wilson, Rosta, TKF, Camaro Jr., Robert, number 2, Stylen, Finish Boy, Eric, Jamie D, Mr. B. I know there's some more people there. There it is right there. TKF. All top line racers. This is going to be interesting. Oh my God. So normally this is the part where I say a prayer, but I think we've touched all the bases that we can. So basically, I'll just offer my little few words here. But you know, being that Ed's gone and you know that we use this particular race to honor him. You know, it honors me when I see these guys out here having fun and doing that. You know, and that's what Ed would want, is for us to continue on, not to stop and feel mournful about that, but just to celebrate his life. And you know, and that's basically what I'm here to do. You know, I've made a commitment to myself and to him and to the league. You know, to honor Ed, and you know, he was a good friend, and I don't have very many of those. So you know, yeah, that's all I can say. You know, I don't have very many of those. So Ed, if you're out there, brother, this race is for you. You know, that's all I can say. This is for you. So, boy, I tell you what, man, just get a little heated here. As the evening wears on, it's going to be more intense. I know that for a fact. So I got my tea here. So y'all got about a second or two before we start. So if y'all want to run off and grab you something to drink here and get yourself a seat, because this is going to be one wild start. Turn 1 here at the Chinese Grand Prix is very treacherous. Treacherous! I'm telling you, man, this is going to be one hard, difficult first few laps here for these guys. Antel, Fenorio, Stylen, these guys right here, all going to be battling for the top step. I don't know why Finn is so far back. That just freaks me out. I mean, I'm totally like, what? This is going to be our formation lap here, folks. All right, these guys wanted to do a little tribute to EDPRO. I don't know if they got it tuned in or not, dialed in during practice. So they were trying to do something with a formation lap, but hopefully they don't try anything too dumb. We don't practice that sort of stuff here. This game will disqualify you quickly. So who's back here? Camaro Jr., Hendrick, Mr. B, number 2 in the back here. I'm on board here with Eric. I can't believe Eric didn't qualify well. That's just not kosher at all. I don't know what happened there. I'd like to talk to him after the race. So stick around for post-race interviews. It's going to be interesting to find out what happened here qualifying, especially about Finn. Finn at P8. What the heck? Holy, I just can't believe that. Something just inherently wrong about that. I don't know. Maybe he's not feeling well. What a great shot that is, huh? That's great. Great stuff. Guys, thanks for joining us tonight. Six Gun Johnny right here with Wallace the Dog, broadcasting live right here from the Fortress of Speed. We're with the Ministry of Speed in cold, wet, rainy San Antonio. Hey, I'll tell you what, I'm loving the weather here, but yeah, it's a little chilly. But you're going to love the action right here on the track. I guarantee it. This is going to be one heck of a race. We got all the best here tonight, man. Finish Boy, Antel, Ray, Mr. B, Little B, Hendrick. I mean, these guys are all top quality drivers, man. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. We're only 3 races into the 21 race schedule, so lots of racing here tonight, and of course throughout the rest of the year and into next year. Certainly give us a like, follow us. Let's turn your notifications on. Let us know, let you know when we're on. It's every 2 weeks on Saturday night. You can find us right here. So if you're somewhere, you know, in a plane or in a bus or doing something, you know, you can catch us live. You can go back and look at the library, our extensive library, my extensive library, full of all kinds of racing, GT3, you know, F1, IndyCar. But here we go, lining it up here. Lights are getting ready to go out. Oh, man, whew. I'll tell you what, thank you, Jesus. That's all I can say. Thank you, Jesus. And here you go, buddy. I know you hated F1, but the sun is shining here at the Shanghai International Circuit. We're about to go lights out. Here we go. Oh, Camilo G, already getting a drive-through. No, like a practice. Oh, who got roasted disqualified? Oh, no, who's out of the grass? Oh, my God. That's a Mercedes. What the heck? Oh my God, so Southwest Motorsports driver got disconnected early on. Here we go, through the field, twisted and turning. In the back here with Hendrick. But up front, it's going to be a battle for Norio. Antel, side by side. Oh, Antel steals it away from him. Oh my Lord. Right behind him is TKF, Donnie Stobbins and P4, Jamie D. They're all battling for that top step. Look at Antel, he's scooting it. Oh man, in the Mercedes, Fenorio just got mugged. Oh my God, again, twice in a row they took his lunch money. TKF trying to get some more, whatever's left. Oh boy, so look at Anto trying to open that gap. Here he goes, hurtling through space and time. Oh, what happened to Ray? That's what I want to know. Stein at 18, looks like he was just pushed off the track. I just couldn't see that. I wish this game had rewind. Oh my God. So here they come down that long back straightaway. Oh my Lord. So Sasquatch Motorsports lost their #1 driver, sponsored by Dow Gasworks. It's going to be Donnie Stobbins. To P3. No! Taking that spot away. Here he comes, boy. I'll tell you what, 4th in the Craftsman Trucks Series standings in iRacing. This guy can certainly get it done. He's been a long-time member of the ministry, almost a year and a half now. Certainly, we've seen him have some fantastic drives, but he's been lately coming around here in the F1 Series and showing up and showing out. So our hearts are out for Donnie here. I hope he does well tonight. Right now, currently in P3. Oh, under attack by TKF. TKF goes wide. Oh, no. He's giving up a couple spots there. Who gets underneath him? Jamie D. Oh, boy. Oh, Bro Wilson, a stop-and-go penalty, speeding in pit lane. So a couple of guys coming into pits here. Finish Boy in the pits. What the heck? Yeah, is something wrong? What happened? Gunfighter Motorsports. Why are we in the back? That's what I want to know. Early contact. Man, I'll tell you what, this is going to be an interesting post-race interview here. So right now, we are with Antel and Donnie and Fenorio, man. I'll tell you what, man. I'm happy for Donnie. Fenorio, yeah, he's where he needs to be. But, man, Donnie saw this at P3 and holding firm right now. Good job there. A second over Jamie D. Oh, boy, Antel getting a little squirty there. A little bit of telemetry there for y'all. So Mr. Sabo and the Benzo. Oh, it looked like Fenolio's trying to get around Donnie up to P2. Oh my God! Ah! Go, Donnie, go! Look at that fastest lap too. Woo! Yeah! A 138, 109. He's making a move. Oh my God! Antel! did they touch? Donnie Stubbs to the top step. Yeah, baby. Antel's around. Oh, no. You got, oh, my gosh, Shanghai to Shanghai. All the way back here. Oh, with Ray after leading a couple of laps. Donnie Stubbs on the inside. Makes the move and steals that spot away. Yeah, baby. Come on now. Come on now. Shake it off, Antel. Come on. Woo, man. I'm telling you, wheel to wheel right here. Yeah. Holy smoke. Can you dig it? I cannot. Oh, Donnie on the top. Ah. First time leading here on a full-on Grand Prix. Donnie Stobbits on the top step here. We're on board with Jamie D as he works his way around behind Fenorio. Right behind him is going to be none other than Mr. Spectacular. Robert, CCS from Panama. Yeah. So Stein's worked his way back up here. He's on the, actually he's on the gearbox now of Robert. So that won't be long here before Stein's tries to get us back up to the front. A superstar in the sim racing world, Steinen is. Oh my God. Woo! What I tell y'all, man. This is going to be the race right here, boy. The definitive race. There goes Ray. He's on the DRS and the juice. Oh, whoa, whoa. And gets around. Oh, no, he doesn't. No, he lock up. A big lockup from Ray Ross. What the heck? Oh, my God. Does he might have damage from that early, whatever it was. I didn't fall him back. He may have some damage. He's on those yellow tires, so. Wow. A rare mistake by Ray. Look at this. Look at this. Holy smoke, man. Oh, who is that? Antel and Jamie D. No, Antel and, oh, that's Stylen. Getting around Eric Garcia right there. We're all bored. We're looking at it with Eric. That's Eric right here. Coast to Coast Racing. He's the West Coast connection. Fenorio being the East Coast. So let's see what happens here with Robert again. Robert didn't do anything. Stylen just overcooked it into that corner. Stylen's not going to be patient for long. He's going to want to look. He knows this is not a good spot to try that. There you go, Ray. Good job. Right on the corner. He's just got to make this bend. He's got to defend and attack at the same time. Because Eric is definitely here to play. Trying to stay in the draft. Robert trying to shake him. Ah! He wants to keep him on the outside. Robert's not a dummy. Here he goes. Ray makes the move on the outside. Robert goes a little bit wide. Oh, no. He tries to defend again. Oh, man. Oh, they bump again. Oh, my God. Woo! You got one move, Robert. Proactive or reactive, buddy. Oh, he had to correct off that curve there. Oh, my God. Eric's right there. If these guys mess up, man, Eric's going to be right in the thick of it. Oh, so it's Ray. He's going to try to make Ray go on the outside. Easy, Robert. Easy. Oh, there it is. Right there. Oh. So Eric gets around Stylen as well. Oh, my God. You know, Ray's just chomping at the bit. Don't quit. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I'll look at the messages here in a second here. I don't want to take my eyes off the screen. Woo. All board now with Stylen. So Jeremy Pope not doing too bad here. Up to P7 in the McLaren. He's got to come up there and help his teammate. Let's see if he gets around Eric here. Eric gets around Robert up here. So it's still on board with Stylen. Roaster, what happened, man? That's how you said reverse on the track?
Is that what it said happened?
That's what it said. It said you reverse on the track. Yeah.
It just said it was like a DQ'd right at the very beginning. It was like the car didn't go anywhere. Just disqualified.
They said disqualified for reversing on the track. Did you have it in gear?
I don't know what happened.
Oh my God!
I did. Everything was normal.
Sorry, man. I don't know.
No, it's no worse. Yeah, I didn't want to. That was a good clean start. Shit happens sometimes. Engines blow up at the beginning.
Well, Donnie was on the top step there. Yeah. Did you see that? Donnie on the top step there. Yeah, he's down to P3 now. Yeah, Jamie and Fenorio got around him there. So, wow, man, Donnie, man, worked his way out there, moved Antel out of the way, boy. Yeah, come on now, Sasquatch. Woo, he's under attack now. Donnie Stobbins going into the pits now. Yeah, but yeah, Ben, I'm sorry about that. Stick around if you want. You know, you're more than welcome to stay up here, or you know, you can watch it on the stream with your lady there.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it, but yeah, I'll be back and forth.
All right, thank you, man.
To say what happened.
Yeah, if you see something exciting happen, come on in. Certainly, come on in.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, man.
Cool.
There you go. Roasted 236, Sasquatch Motorsports #1 driver, sponsored by Dow Glassworks. Woo! Out, disqualified early on at the beginning of the race here. It said it reversing on the course, but I don't think that was happening. Oh, there it is! Come on. Yeah. Little bump right there for Ray Rose's bomber. Yeah, he got the spot back, did he? Oh, my Lord! He got him now, but oh, my God. Robert was just not going to move. Yeah. Oh, Robert, with a big lockup from Robert. Almost hit Ray. God bless America. Landed the free home of the Brave. Woo! Boy, my stomach hurts. Oh, my God. Look at this right here. Fenorio. Oh, that's Eric. Eric Garcia. Where's Fenorio? He's leading. All right. So, Garcia coming up to the top here. Great shots from the helicopter looking down. I'm scared of heights. I really am. It's like Circuit of the Americas up here, 40 stories. Yeah, wow. So the race is afoot. I'm telling you, these guys are here to play, here to stay. So Stylen sticks it out, works his way up to P3 again after falling way back here. Where's Antil? All the way down to P15. Wow, I don't even know about that. After leading early on here, Donnie gets around him, and then it just went all wrong for Antil. Look at that. Oh, Fenorio! And who's that? Stylen! Woo! Man, these guys are just trading blows, man. Come on now. You want to see that in real F1? I mean, the simulation is on. I mean, if they can incur damage just like F1. Canards go flying. Oh, boy. Fenorio thinks the better of it. Stylen now working his way up there. Jamie D. Look at this guy right here. When's the last time you seen a Sahara Force India car in P2 anywhere? Jamie D certainly helping that to change. This was EDPRO's former ride here in the Sahara. So good job for Jamie sticking it out and doing his thing. Had a little nap before the race, and so it looks like that paid off. So, so what are we at here? 7 of 56. I don't think I can go on 56 more laps. Oh, my Lord. So let's go down the order real quick here. Start at the bottom of the field. How about that? Oh, yeah, we're Antil Rafael, formerly leading the race here, now in a last spot here. Well, I don't think he's going to stay there for long. He's going to come right back up here. Oh, my bad, wrong direction. Brother Bro Wilson in the other Sahara, currently in P14. Don't know what happened to Dennis early on, but something certainly did. Number 2, like you said earlier, he's just trying to figure it out here still. He wants to get around and get some experience, so he's probably just where he wants to be, maybe. I know he wants to be leading, but he's not quite ready for that yet. Although he is our IndyCar and Lamborghini Lamborghini Super Trofeo World Champion, the number 2 can certainly get it done. Where's Hendrick? Hendrick, not even. Oh, there he is. Okay, good deal. We'll talk to him in a second here. So let's move on up the ladder here. Little B didn't get as much practice as he needed to, probably like none. Thought he was going to go out of town this weekend, but to go work with Haas. Actually works for Haas. Family Motorsports, number 2 driver, currently in a P12. Finish boy. Now this is. I mean, I don't even know what to say about this. Our reigning world champion down in P11. I don't even know. I have no idea. It had to be some kind of contact early on. We saw him in the pits, and then look where he's at. So, Antil retiring for this session. What happened here? Damage, DNF, going lap down. Yeah, he probably just didn't want to get in anybody's way. So Antil out. Man, leaving it up to Ray. Ray certainly capable of doing it. Won last week. We'll see how that works out. So Donnie Stoppage, after leading the race here, now in P10. All the way up to the front, and now all the way down to 10th spot. Sasquatch Motorsports number 1 driver out. This is the number 2 driver right here, hanging tough and holding firm. Stominator. TKF in P9. 3.654 back. Woo! Going wide there. Dancing with a fat girl. Hendrick 88, teammates with the number 2. Out front racing. Trying to get out front. Currently P8. This is one of the best drives for him, or the better drives for him in the Formula 1 series. on the Project Cars. He's a monster there on Project Cars. Well, I'll tell you what, this guy, one of the best rain racers you'll ever come across. It certainly can get it done. I think the only one probably better would be his teammate, or they're at least equal, because both these guys can certainly get around in the rain, which they're probably hoping for that, as a matter of fact. But then again, most of my guys are all rain racers too. That's how we train in the rain. So yeah, any one of these can get it done here. So who's losing spots here? Jamie D's dropping back. What happened here? Oh, he's in the pits. Okay. Whew. All right, Mr. B, Family Motorsports, week of practice has got him. We're up at P6 on the lead lap, hanging tough there. So good job for Mr. B here. 1.935 back. All right, let's move on here. Sorry, Wallace is needing my attention here. Mr. Spectacular, battling it out there, man, with a styling. Wow, man. I mean, wheel to wheel with the best, man. Robert has not been racing competitively, but still hasn't lost his edge. Good job there, Robert. 9 seconds back. Holding tough there from Panama. Panama. You know I was going to do that. Look at this one right here. Fly high, 8.79. Jeremy Pope, 6.439 back. Jeremy, a long-time member of the ministry, endurance racer by trade, GT3 driver, Formula 1 driver. He can get it done in any platform I put him in. Jeremy's certainly capable of winning. He's won several GP2 races with us. So, yeah, there you go. Jeremy up in P4. Aaron Garcia, Coast to Coast Racing's West Coast connection, a Filipino porn star. During the day, Formula 1 racer. At night, Aaron Garcia, 1.652 back. And this man right here, the rock star of sim racing himself, Silent 18. You can catch him on any YouTube channel, basically. Oh, any YouTube channel. Anyone that has sim racing on it. This guy's there winning right now. Here with the ministry, hanging tough, 9.44 back. But the real story right here, Anthony Johnson. Can you dig it? Man, wow. Fenorio doing his thing. Holding firm to P1, man. I'm just elated to see him up there. That's a good job there from Anthony. He's been putting in a lot of hours practicing, you know, and it's paying off. You can see it paying off. Certainly hanging in there with the other guys had the lead, staying in the position to take it back if they made a mistake, and apparently they all did. And look where he's at now, leading them around. So there you have it. There's your running order. Man. Whew. I'm tired. I need something to drink. What do you think, Wallace? You need something to drink? Uh-huh. Yeah, you want a martini? What? Wallace, a dog. Liking that Fenorio's up front there. Is that right, buddy, huh? There you go. All by himself. Look at that. What a gap, man. 9 seconds to Ray Rawls. Well, he's got to go, though, man. You know, he's just, you know, he's happy. Grinning from ear to ear. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that he stays out there. We'll see where the rest of the field goes. So Little B about to make a move here on Bro Wilson. And Bro Wilson about to make a move off the number 2 here. And he does. Oh, boy. So let's go back here. Let's see what happens. These two right here, boy, mixing it up last week, or 2 weeks ago in Bahrain. I mean, wheel to wheel for several laps, just trading spots, man. One of some of the best exciting racing I've ever seen. But not so much tonight. Number 2 just trying to make a little move there. Oh, what happened there? What a, oh my God, dude. Jesus Christ, man. Really? I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I'm not going to say anything. How about that? Wow. So Bro Wilson out, Camaro Jr. out. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. I don't know if it's an anger issue or what, but it's got to stop, man. It really does. That's got to change. Well, with that said, Dennis, be careful, Dennis. We're live. What happened, bud?
Yeah, I realize that. I don't know why he missiled me.
Yeah, well, I'll handle that. I'll handle that. I apologize for any, I don't know. I talked to his dad about that.
First finish boy is letting his sister drive or something. I don't know.
What happened there? Yeah, do you know what happened?
He moved over in the brake zone. I mean, just went inside, flipped all the way to the outside of the track into brake zone. I had nowhere to go. I was already braking early, and he just cut me off. And that's what did that damage. And I was, what the heck was going on anyways? Because he only qualified one spot ahead of me. So
yeah, that's what I was wondering too. Why he qualified so late?
Dog, maybe.
Maybe his dad. I don't know. Maybe his dad is driving.
I don't know. He got into Mike. He did something to Camaro. I couldn't tell if it was sarcastic or not. Then I don't know why Camaro whistled me. I couldn't see what was going on behind me. I can't get the replay.
I don't even know if he stopped or not. I looked like he couldn't stop. It looks like he came in too hot. But I don't know.
He was still doing. Looked like he was still doing at least 180.
Yeah. Oh, he was full throttle. He was full throttle. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know. I'll find out later on. But again, Dennis, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say, man. I don't know whether to get mad or just. I mean, I don't even know, but we're going to let that slide for now.
The last one was crazy. I mean, I was upset enough with the first one, but I figure I'll just keep going and see if he pulls stupid stuff on other people and takes a couple other people out, then I can finish in the points. Yeah. But, man, I was not expecting that. I didn't see a disconnect before that.
Yeah.
His retirement was after he hit the wall where it automatically says retired from session.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if what happened behind me. I don't know if he did it on purpose, because that wasn't a missed braking point.
I was on board with him when he did that, and it looked like he just didn't hit the throttle. I mean, he just didn't lift or nothing. I mean, it looks like he just went straight in there, man. I don't know if he was trying to intentionally hit you, but you happened to be there. But it just looked like he just drove straight into the wall.
I don't know why he was trying to intentionally hit me. I passed him clean. We had no problem.
I didn't see any
fuel map, and then I lowered my fuel map, and he still couldn't keep up with me. So I don't know why he would have done that to me.
I don't either. I don't either. I was watching some of that racing back there.
One contact with somebody I didn't know. It was just side to side. I don't think it caused anybody any damage. And that was that second turn, that little hairpin after the curly Q. And I know I didn't realize somebody was inside of me, and I bumped him.
Wow.
But it wasn't hard enough to do any damage.
Yeah. Oh, you want to see some bumping, man. The front guys, Style and Robert, I mean, these guys are just beating on each other, man, like drunken sailors, man. It's ridiculous. Okay, we got some racing right here going on. So Eric Garcia dropping down some spots here. But yeah, Dennis, you're more than welcome to stay up here if you want. Again, like I said, I don't know what happened. We'll figure it out at the end of the race here. But yeah, unfortunate that you got taken out so early on, man. You had a great. You made the top 10 and qualifying for Q3. Here we go. Oh, he locks it up there, slides it in there. We got a four-car battle right here. A McLaren, a Red Bull, Sahara Forcidia, and what is that leading them around here? Sasquatch, Donnie Staubitz, so holding it out firm to the P4 spot here. So it's Donnie, Jamie, Eric, and Robert, CCS. All four of these guys, a group of cars just beat on each other. You won't see that in F1 in real life. Look at that. Eric Garcia makes it over the inside. Did he get it done? He does not. Against Jamie D, his former teammate from Garage League Racing. Oh, my Lord. I'll tell you, man, this is going to be some great stuff. Brother Bill Wilson getting a little, I don't know, something happened there, man. Not quite sure what that was, but we'll figure it out. We'll move on down the ladder here. Let me grab my phone here. It's charging right now, and I'll look at the messages on the board here. But if you're just joining us, thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. A tribute to Ed Pro. Craziness abounds, man. Wow. These guys are certainly mixing it up here tonight, here with the Ministry of Speed and of course MOS Simulations. I'm just a little taken aback by some of the action on the track early on, but it is what it is for now anyway, and hopefully we'll work it out as time goes on. But yeah, still a lot to go for here. Donnie Staubitz, man, I can't believe it. Fly up to P3. Stylen and Fenorio. So Fenorio leading him around here for the last few laps. 1 second. Wallace wants to go outside. Sorry. Actually, let's go street here. So, Donnie stops, dropping his spot there. Garcia, snatch and grab, but he gets right back. Oh, man. Coming in real hot there. Wow. Oh, he did not. Whoa, 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 whoa. Holy moly. Woo. Well, I tell you what, man. This guy right here, man, Donnie has just been showing up. I'm telling you, he's got some great pace and some speed. Hopefully, he can make it to the end. But the way things are going, woo, man, I don't know if that's possible or not. Stick around. Give me a second here. I'll be right back. I'll leave it on this fight here. Got to kind of keep a third eye out here on Wallace as he's outside and I'm in here. Whoa, 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 whoa. So Jamie's going to take a shot at it. Eric is couldn't do it. Donnie, a wall, boy. Oh, unmovable, unshakable wall. Yeah. Jamie D, less than a second back off the back bumper there of Donnie. Donnie hanging tough in P4, Fly High, Styling, and Fenorio. Those are your top five. Connected my mic here. Sorry about that. All right.
Hey, you got an echo. Are you picking up your feed in your mic?
I might not. What happened is I dropped my I was looking over the balcony and I dropped my my controller 2 stories down.
Yeah, you've got about a 8-second delay reverb.
Let me turn this off. All right. How about now? What does it sound like now? Still got an echo?
Hang on.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing,
Yeah,
testing.
yeah. It's lower, but we can still hear it.
All right. Well, we'll try to. I'll just turn my mic, my thing back down a little bit here. So yeah, I dropped my controller. Oops.
Do you have your actual feed playing on YouTube? The sound.
Say again?
Do you have the feed playing on YouTube with the sound now, where there's a delay?
No, there shouldn't be.
I'm hearing myself too.
Well, I don't know.
Sounds like crap.
Well, I hope not.
That's just me.
Yep. That's just normal. I can't believe Finn's back here, 7.7 back. Man, that's just too weird, man. Did he? I wonder if it was contact early on. There must have been.
No, he ran slow in qualifying. Like
I saw that.
He only qualified one spot ahead of me, and I caught him at the end of the first turn, getting ready to go into the curly cue, turn 2, if you want to call it, whatever it is. And I caught him in the rear, and he moved over on me, but that was more of a concertina thing.
Right.
And I wasn't prepared for him to move where he was, but it wasn't like when he moved over in the brake zone.
Right.
But it was, I usually don't run with him, so I don't see how he drives. Maybe that's normal for him.
No, he normally doesn't make mistakes like that.
I'm never near him.
He normally doesn't make mistakes like that. Very rarely. Uh-oh! Oh, the number 2 off and hits the wall hard! Oh, my Lord! He's back on the throttle again, but certainly lost it coming on that long back straightaway there. Tyler Andrews whooping that thing around there and stopping the wall like a $2 hoe in a Chinese Bardello. Yeah, wow.
Oh, I think I know what might be going on. Back out of here. That's why I was hearing that, because I had the feed going, so I was getting the feed along with our chat. Sorry, my bad.
For the faster cars there, but number 2 in the back after hitting the wall hard. He's coming in. He's already a lap down. He's definitely coming in now. Wow. What happened there? Just a little too hot on exit there on the medium tires. Yeah, I dropped my controller all the way down. I mean, like way. But boom! I can't believe it.
Dropped it off the balcony?
Yeah, I had it in my hand, and I was looking for my dog, and I was like, Wallace. And I put my hand on the balcony, on the ledge, and it's wet outside. It's raining, so it slipped off. And I look over the controller. I just stopped flying off into the distance. I was like, oh no! So a long stop here is a nose change here for Mr. Andrews. A long stop, boy. Look at that.
I don't ever remember Calvin Fish doing anything like that.
The number 2 retiring from the session. He's done. Done. Our IndyCar and Lamborghini world champion. Out. Wow. Here. There you go. After a long nap here, Wallace the dog hungry. All right, so as things stand, the night is wearing on here. Number 2, man, we saw you hit the wall there, bud. What happened?
I don't know. It just seemed like every single time I went on a new set of tires, all 4 tires were burning hot within a lap. I don't know what the issue was. All the tires just went immediately to red hot and couldn't get them cooled, and no grip the entire race.
Wow. Wow. Do you know what happened to Finn? What was going on there? Did anybody say anything about that, or what's the word out in the track there, man? Well, what's the attitudes like? It looks like they're pretty aggressive.
I was behind just about everything, so I saw a lot of stuff happening. No complaints. I haven't heard anyone speaking on the mics, but
okay, good.
It seemed like there was a lot of
you would have heard
crashing
me.
and hitting.
Yeah, no.
Now you were back there. I had just passed you, and Camaro was behind me. What was going on with Camaro? Did he just flatline it through there when he took me out, or did you guys tangle up and he hit the grass or something?
Yeah, I actually watched all of that. I saw you guys coming on mirror. I knew I was not nearly competitive, so I just got immediately out of the way. Camaro came up behind me for the draft, went cleanly around me, and then I saw him just blow straight into you. It didn't even look like he hit the brakes, but I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I was
like
on board
a
with Camaro when
direct
that happened. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, man. It just I mean, like I said, I was at a loss. it looks intentional, but again, you don't know with this platform, man. I mean, if your tires are glitchy like that, if there's still things like that, anything can happen. So I don't want to jump to any conclusions. We'll get the analysis afterwards, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I just couldn't figure it out because I didn't tangle with him.
Yeah.
Finish boy did that moving over in the brake zone. Oh.
Yeah, but look at Finish Boy in the back, though, man. I mean, qualifying bad. I mean, there's got to be something going on with this car.
I swear his sister's driving or his dad's driving or something.
Yeah, his dad may be driving. It's possible, man. Nah, he's not going to throw his points away like that. But number 2, again, I don't even know what to say, man. I wish I had an answer for you on your setup or something like that. But next week we'll get together with Fenorio. We'll figure out what we can do to get those tires cool. Because obviously there's an issue there. Maybe it's a lack of understanding on how to come out. I mean, it could be a number of things. Again, I don't know all the dynamics and all the intricacies of this game here. It's a brand new platform, and as we go along through the season, guys are figuring out or coming across new things. So, these are the things that you come across only when you're racing like this. With full-on simulation, with in battle conditions, combat conditions, man. And that's just the nature of the beast, man. But it's unfortunate that you're out, man. But your teammate is not, though. He is still hanging tough there. He's currently in P11, but. Hendrick certainly was up there earlier. He was up there like P6, I think, or P8, something like that. But he certainly had some pace. Hopefully he can keep that up. Everybody's still in the lead lap, which is a good thing. So, keep your fingers crossed for him.
Yeah, for sure. Just wish I could have been there. I mean, I was hanging in there for the first 2 laps until those tires went, and then after that, it was just doing
Number
nothing.
2, had you done anything extreme with your tire pressures?
No, not at all. That's why I figured it was so odd.
Huh. Were you the one who said your tires were at 50% as soon as you started?
No, that was TK.
Oh, that was TK.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, that's right, because I asked TK, he said that. I said, well, how many laps did you do in Quali 2 on the tires you did your best time on? And he said just 1. Which seemed a little strange because you kind of need an out lap and an in lap at least.
Well, that's probably what he meant. One full hot lap,
One flying lap, yeah.
I don't know, man. Something's going on tonight with the game, but it's EDPRO, man. I'm telling you, your teammates over here doing all kinds of little trickery and shenanigans and stuff. My router gets disconnected. I couldn't log back in, hardline or Wi-Fi. Who's coming to the pits here? So Fenorio's pitting now, so pit stops are about to start. Then I wouldn't let me open a chat room. I mean, just all kinds of weird things, man. I was just like, holy smoke, what's going on here? But I would say, I was just gonna blame this on Ed. We're gonna call it the EDPRO syndrome. So why he would
Number 2, are you still actually driving, or is that
no? He's retired. Tyler, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Are you watching Hendrick or me?
No, I see you on track. That's
when your car retired, it came out of the pits. It was driving still, so I saw that as well. So, let me see here. So
you're faster now. He's
it won't even let me view him.
This is my teammate.
Your teammate?
The name. Jamie Dodger.
Jamie Dodger. Yeah.
He's having trouble catching you now. Number 2.
I'm on board with him.
Yeah, I mean, I can't be too disappointed in tonight's performance because I know I could have done better. I'll blame it on the car this week.
So, TKF getting a 5-second penalty here, coming in the pits a little too hot. Let's see if they hold him. 1, 2. Nope, they did not. So they're just going to add that to his time. So not a lightning quick stop, but still quick enough to.
Yeah, I caught the pit penalty when I had to go in on that first lap.
Whoa!
I just couldn't stop the car. I tried braking earlier and I wasn't going as fast, but it just locked up on me. I didn't think my wing was that badly damaged, but I guess it was.
It appears TK's having some tire issues too.
It put me on the.
He's off in the grass.
On the soft tire.
TK's off. He's around the track. He's actually crashed. Let's see if he comes back up. Is he going to come back on the track here? What's going on here? Looks like he's bogged down. Look, his front tires are locked up. Look.
I'm sorry. I'm an idiot.
Look at that. Look at his whole front end.
I forgot I was watching my replay. I'm like, how is number 2 still going?
Look at his whole front end there. Number 2, it's gone. Look at the inside of his car. Oh, there it goes. Disqualified. Parked in a dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know what his issue is. He came out and just looked like the tires didn't stick, and he went straight off into the wall, just like I was having issues.
Wow. What happened? What is happening here, man? Wow. Interesting, to say the least, but kind of disheartening. Kind of I don't know. Let's see if we can get him up in the booth here. 1 second. And find out what we got going on here, because that is really some kind of weirdness. TKF's definitely a smart guy. He should be able to tell us a little something about what's happening with the game here. Let's find out if he's even still on. He might have just like you know. I probably wouldn't blame him if he did. Here he goes. Right. So I sent him an invite. Let's see if he'll come up in the booth here and give us a rundown on what's happening there. But thanks for joining us again tonight. Interesting things here happening with the F1 2018 platform here. It looks like guys are having some tire issues for sure. Don't know if it's the Chinese Grand Prix. Don't know if it's the game. Don't know if it's the PlayStation Network. Don't know if it's just them. But as we continue on, we'll find out. We'll get more information from these drivers as they either crash, come in, or win, or finish the race, and we'll figure it out. But in the pits now, starting 18, Ray Rawls leading him around, and now in P1. Well, Fenorio's taking that spot, but the Fenorio pit, I think he did early on, before Ray. So now he's back up front. So it's a coast-to-coast racing sandwich there with Mercedes right in the middle there. Fenorio, Stylen, and Eric Garcia. Fly High 879, and of course Donnie Staubitz now in a P5. So Donnie having a great run tonight. Robert in P6, a better run than Finn. Finn in P7 just by simply attrition. Not sure why he's in the back. I guess we'll find out from him later on after the race here, but unfortunate that Gunfighter Motorsports is in the back here. Anto retiring or DNFing. Don't know why he didn't DNF either. I saw him go in the pits, and then he was in the last spot. He was battling with Donnie there for a little while, and Donnie they made contact, but it wasn't intentional, and that put Anto back a little bit, but he recovered, and after that it's just I don't know if he got hit from behind. TKF, what happened, bro? We saw you lock. Oh, I guess not. In and out. There he is, right there. Internet issues. Internet issues there. What happened? We saw you go in the pits and then come out and what happened?
My pedal's disconnected.
Your
so
pedals.
I've been trying to figure out why I've been so slow ever since the race started. Apparently something jostled my wheel, and I've been dragging my brakes the entire time because my brakes were overheating like a mofo. So whatever happened when I went in the pits, it completely disconnected it just to the point where I could get out and around the first corner.
Well, it lets you go, yeah.
And it just let go.
Wow. Number 2, you think you got something like that going on there? Maybe you did something early on during, like you said, out of the pits. Did you go over the curb or something like that? You know, you look at the replay, maybe you see something, but do you recall having any kind of issue with that? And your brakes, he said his tires were heating up as soon as he came out of the pits. What do you think is causing that, TK?
Well, what I think happened was with me dragging the brakes the way I was without knowing it, it was overheating my brakes, so I was overshooting corners and just completely botching the final straight because I was off the pace ever since the race started. I had no idea what was going on.
You're not the only one. Look at Finish Boy. What's happening with that? Do you know?
I don't know. Finish Boy was completely off. Antel had a problem right off the start, so I don't know what's going on out there, man.
I don't either, man. It's just ridiculous. I mean, you see these guys out there that are normally up front. You were having a great qualifying run. I mean, your car looked pretty racy there. I thought maybe you'd be up there contending with Ray Rawls and stuff, but apparently once the game started, that changed the dynamics of everything, man. You know, Bro Wilson had some issues. With Camaro going through him. Camaro didn't look like he was even stopping, so I don't know if that had something to do with, like you said, the brakes, the tires, something to do with the drivetrain or what. But Not sure, man, but like I said, we'll continue on, gather as much information as we can, and bring you the correct assessment toward the end of the race here. So stick around for post-race interviews. 27 to 56, almost cross flags here. But again, thanks a lot for joining us tonight here in the booth with me, number 2, TKF, and of course, Bro Wilson. Guys who were racing, should be racing, and should be fighting for a position, glitched out or crashed out, one of the two. So unfortunate, but there's plenty of room up here, and yeah. So pull up a chair, and as the evening wears on, we'll analyze it together. But yeah, Tyler, it's good to see you though, man, sticking it out here, working your way around. What do you think would help you, besides other than figuring out how to keep your tires cool, get you around the track in championship form here? Just more experience, or a little bit of some setup help? What would be the key here for you?
Definitely some setup help. Haven't had this tire issue until this race. Definitely wasn't an overheating of brake issue, but just learning the tracks more, setups, and experience everywhere.
From what I see of your cars when you're driving around, it looks like you're over rotate occasionally. Is that based on like you said, your setup? Would that be your number one mitigating factor, I guess, as far as your handling, your setup wise and stuff like that? Just your car's just too loose, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, that's definitely a major issue. Just some corners will grip up perfectly, others it's not going to happen.
Right, I hear you. So right now we're looking at Mr. B, Family Motorsports number 1 driver on the juice. He's got plenty of power there, man, and look at his steering wheel there. He's got a lot of reserve there on the what is that, ERS? Was your ERS your mode on high or hot lap or something? Because I know I've come out and been racing and I noticed that it's on. Why can't I slow down? And I look at it and I forget that thing's on. I don't really use it that much, but maybe that thing was on for you. Not sure why, but it looks like Camaro Jr. just barely left the session right now as well. So I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I don't know. I do got to run for tonight, though. I'm definitely going to keep on watching the stream on YouTube.
Certainly.
Hope everyone has a great night and good racing, everyone else.
Thanks for hanging out for a little bit here, man. But yeah, thanks for saying a few words there about Ed. I know that means a lot to him. If he is watching, I know he is for sure. But again, you're a great driver and a class act, man. And we hope to see you improve here on this game. So we'll see you about 2 weeks for I don't know, another Formula One race, I guess. Because next weekend I'll be at Circuit of the Americas watching the Creventec Endurance Championship. So Tyler Andrews. The Temecula Tortoise. Yeah. There you go. That's a new name for you. All right, man. Be good. Be safe. Gone. All right. Watching Mr. B get around here. Looks like he's got some handling issues. But, I'll tell you what, man. All these guys in the back, man, are just slow and constant, man. Consistent. That's where you normally run, Dennis. And that's unfortunate that you have this issue here, man, today.
Well, I was just looking at my shares, the only way to get any kind of replay, and I just, I don't know what was going on with Camaro, but yeah, it was full speed. He never stopped. It just,
like I said,
I sometimes forget your chat winds up on there, so you hear the F-bombs when that happened, and the other F-bomb was I went back and double-checked to see if I remember correctly and saw correctly that Finnish boy moved over in the braking zone. Yeah, he moved over at the 100 marker, which is hot lap.
Yeah,
right
for sure.
So it wasn't me.
No. Like I said, I'm not gonna put any blame on anybody
yet.
Yeah, I have to
check it because sometimes you think they did something,
and it could be you.
It wasn't as bad as you thought it was in the race. But
well, TK, have you been privy to some of this action out here? Well, what are your thoughts on all this craziness going on here, all this beating and banging?
Even with all this absolute craziness going on, we've had a couple guys come through that just showed up out of nowhere.
Look at Donnie, though, man. What about Donnie?
Donnie was killing me, man. He passed me and just disappeared.
I'm telling you, man.
I had no idea what was going on.
He was battling with Ray Rawls, man. I mean, just Donnie, stop it, man. Come on now, man. Put your hands together. I mean, he's already a great driver, but I mean, tonight is just puts the exclamation point on it, man. In my opinion.
I'd say that he'd be a contender for the podium if Eric Garcia makes a mistake, because he was hounded him when he went by me.
Oh yeah, man. They were beating on each other like two drunken sailors, like I said before, man. And it's great to see Donnie doing so well, man. I mean, it really is. I know he's a busy guy. He runs Don's Auto Body up in Buffalo. It's his dad's shop, but he's got his own shop there. So Donnie's a busy guy. He's got a lot of work going on up there. And, he's got a family. He's got a young son that's into all kinds of sports. So, Donnie comes in late in the evening, man. And he's ready for a drink and some racing, man. So to see him do so well tonight, man, is just amazing. Even if he I don't want to give him commentator's curse, but even if something happened to him and he disconnected or something like that happened, I would still say tonight was a total success for Donnie, man, because, a great drive. Showed that he could compete with the likes of Ray Rawls and, of course, Antel, getting with Antel. Antel might have something to say about that. But, Donnie just got under there, Craftsman Truck Series style, boy, and just put the chrome horn Antel there. I don't think Antel was expecting that, but, man, there was just some exciting racing from, lap 1 to lap 10, man. It was just intense.
It's definitely wild out there.
Oh yeah, I'm glad that you stuck around there, man. I'm hoping that we can figure out some of these glitches or whatever the issues are. Jamie Dodger with a 3-second penalty. Jamie too as well. He had a good run, man. He was up in front there, second and third spot. Jamie's definitely a strong driver. It's good to see him competing and finishing the race here. He gave up his seat saying that, he just couldn't, it's late at night. It's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. But, I get it, but, sometimes I get up in the morning. As a matter of fact, I commentate for the Australian Race League. Jamie Tyler was supposed to be here actually racing today, but I commentate for his league, and I get up, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm online commentating full on like I am now about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, man. And my neighbors next door, they laugh when they see me. You get up, we hear you. It's quiet, and I'm hey, screaming and yelling and hollering. And I'm in my apartment, and they're like, they're cool with it, but they just kind of like they kind of freak out on that. The pastors that I used to stay with a while back. They were like, what? They come in my room and look at me, man. What are you doing? I'm working. I'm calling a race, man. They were cool with it, but people just. I tell them, hey, the sun's up somewhere in the world. There's somebody's racing somewhere, man. And if they want me to call it, I certainly will. But it's a lot of work to get up early in the morning to race. Finn does it. He gets up at 3:30 in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning to race here from Helsinki. So I'm not sure why he's having such a bad run today, but his 6th spot, he hasn't moved very far from that 7th spot. He's battling right now with, who is that? Robert. Oh, no, that's Jeremy Pope. So he's mixing up here with Fly High. Hey, when's the last time you seen Fly High in front of Finish Boy, man? Finish Boy's usually up front with Ray and Antel, but, man, what a crazy thing to see here, man. I think Bro Wilson said his sister's driving, so I don't know. He might have something to say about that, too. But, yeah, weird stuff tonight, man. This is what happens when you have an Ed Pro Memorial. I don't think you knew Ed Pro, did you, TK? You didn't know Ed Pro, did you?
I don't think I did, unless I ran a race or two with him, like, back before I got iRacing.
It's possible that you might have been in a room with him once or twice when we were there. So they're drag racing down the back straightaway there. So it's going to be Finish Boy. Jeremy on the outside. They're both locking up there. Oh! Whoa. So Jeremy holds on to that, but wow. So Finish Boy didn't have enough top end there. Go ahead. He got him. Yeah, he definitely got him. He's
Sorry, I'm on the delay. I won't be any help.
Woo, man.
Yeah, that looked a little hinky by Fly High going down that straight. That was about 4 moves he put on.
Yeah. Well, these guys, they come from the GT sport and project cars, and they're used to doing that, GT3 racing, and where they're moving around. But when I have one of these GT rooms, man, I try to tell them, there's no blocking, man. You really shouldn't be blocking any kind of form of racing. You have 2 moves. You have a proactive and a reactive move. Obviously the proactive is going to be the anticipatory move. I guess that's the way you say it. If you think he's going to move to the right and you're going to move to block, you got to do it before he does. And of course, if you see him move, you have the opportunity to get in front of him. But if he moves back to the lane, you cannot chase him back to that other side. you know, you only have that one move. So you want to choose your moves and when you make them. And I know it's hard to do in combat conditions and stuff. Some of these guys, you know, they get excited, man. You know, oh, I'm blocking, you know, or I'm defending or whatever they want to call it. But technically, it's considered blocking, and you know, that's a no-no. I kind of wish this game would call that. You know, they'd write some kind of program to call blocking. I mean, I think that would be a lot more beneficial than just leaving it up to them, because obviously.
Yeah, it's sometimes you get that, like what Finish did. To me, that caused us both to have to pit and give us the damage on the first lap. That would have been a penalty in Formula One.
Yeah, sure.
Moving over in the brake zone like that. Some of the stuff they get okay.
Oh.
You know, every game's got its problems.
So Robert CCS making a move there on Jamie D here. So that's teammates now back to back there, Robert and Fly High. Jamie D looked like he was going to zero in on Fly High, but all of a sudden Robert just showed up and got around him there. So wow. So everybody's still on the lead lap here, except, well, no, even Mr. B's on the lead lap, 47 seconds back. Oh, is that right? Oh, he's 47 seconds behind Hendrick.
Yeah, he's showing in the pit lane, so if he is on the lead lap, he won't be for long.
Yeah, no, he's out. He's off the. Whoa! Yeah, he's not. He's out of the lead lap now. So Jamie D getting squirty here. So, oh, look at that! Robert and Fly High getting next to each other. Whoa! So Robert just moves his teammate over there. Jeremy Pope, right? Where the heck you come from? Man, Robert has some big pace tonight, man. I'm telling you, Robert has a race to be competitive with me since last season. His wife just had a child in the off season there, and he had to spend a few months there. Coddling, I don't want to say coddling, but trying to take care of the baby. I don't know if it was sick or something like that. I'm not sure of the actual scenario, but I know that he was taken away from the game for a while there, and they actually took his game room. They confiscated his game room here, and I think he just recently got it back. So he's been trying to come into practice sessions, and you know, I told him, I said, Robert, if you want to race competitive tonight, show up. And he showed up on time. And wow, look at him tonight, though, man. I mean, he's been battling everybody tonight on the track, man. Even his own teammate, man. So hats off to Robert, man. But wow, great drive. Let's see what anybody says after the race. Robert, too crazy or too aggressive. But I'd like to hear something from Stylen, man. Go ahead.
I like seeing you have the feed on Jamie Dodger, because I just see the way he's driving, and I was having the same issues with my Force India, so good to see I wasn't the only one.
Yeah, the Force India. See, these cars are supposed to be unequal. Whoa! Fly getting squirty right here on the what you call the curly cue there.
I'm not sure exactly how that works. I heard in previous iterations it equaled the engine performance, so you still had the handling difference.
Right, it's possible.
I haven't driven the different cars to see if that's true, or maybe you still need different setups for different cars.
DKF, what do you think about all that?
If it is equal engine and the handling's still the same for the cars, or the way they should be, then the Force India is really at a disadvantage, because it loses the Mercedes engine advantage and gets its gunky handling back. And what I said, probably the worst off would be the Williams, because that really handled like a...
You've driven in different cars, TK. What do you think about that?
From what I've seen, I've run in pretty much everything. I've run in the Mercedes, I've run in the Red Bulls, I've run in the Toro Rossos, and from what I've seen, it handles the same no matter what you're on. So this track specifically is very, very setup dependent. It's like with me, I was running way too much front wing, so because of that, my front tires were gripping way better, or facing way more downforce than my rears. So I was scrubbing the heck out of my front tires. And I started getting so tight that it was getting me to do almost what Jamie's doing. And as soon as I'd hit the throttle coming off the corner, I'd get that corner off oversteer.
Okay.
So he could have his downforce too high. He could have too much weight in the rear with the weight ballast.
Right.
There's so many variables that could screw this track up.
Wow.
It's unreal.
Well,
yeah, I tried borrowing it set up off online, and I don't know if he was on a different platform, but it really did not work for that car in time trial. I mean, it was the instructions were, okay, first turn.
Donnie, stop us with the fast lap here.
No brakes here.
I think it was a 135 there. Yeah, we'll tell stories in a minute here. Let's get back to the race here. But yeah, Donnie Stobbs getting a fast number here. 25 seconds back. 25.412. Eric Garcia 25.654. Fenorio 11 seconds back. All these are going to be intervals off the leader here. Let's move on down here. So Finish Boy now currently up to P5, 8 seconds back off Donnie's back bumper there. So as we continue on here, let me put some telemetry back on here. There we go.
Just one correction, Johnny. This is from car-to-car interval.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Stopping.
There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, gotcha. I'm looking at that now as I'm in the spectate mode here, watching this. So, Finish Boy coming around here. What's the fast lap of the evening? A 136, I think it was. It was Donnie right now. 136. So, what's Finn got right here? A 154. Wow. Is that right? Could that be right? That's not right. Let's look at the race director. Hang on.
Give me just a second. Yeah.
Let's look at the race director here. So,
yeah, I was showing a plus 16 over his best lap. Maybe he had an oopsie while you weren't on him.
Yeah. I lost a button here on my controller. I just dropped it. It's down there on the floor somewhere in the parking lot. So Bro Wilson speeding in print lane. TKF exceeding track limits. These are just penalties here. Finish Boy collision with Bro Wilson. Yeah, they penalized him for that. Stylen got penalized collision with number 2. TK collision with Donnie. Camaro jump start. Yeah, what happened there? Invalid lap time. Just all kinds of craziness. So how do I get the fast lap? How do I see that?
Finish Boy was just in the pits. That's why he ran a 154.
Ah, okay. So, yeah. So Fenorio with a fast lap at 135.860. Red Bull trying to run down Mercedes driver, Stylen 18. Wow. I'll tell you what, man. This is going to be an interesting finish here as Stylen already has won last week about, I think, like 30 seconds, something like that. I mean, 40 seconds. I just put the trouncing on people, but not tonight. 37 to 56 down. So, about 19 laps to go. The race is almost over. Tell you what, it went pretty quick here. But, man, 10 drivers still in there. Hendrick's still in the mix here, so that's a good thing. Mr. B still holding on. Another good thing there. His goal this season was to finish on the lead lap as many times as possible, and I don't think he's done it so far. His best finish, I think, was P6. But yeah, still not on the lead lap, but that's still a lofty goal here for some of these guys. TK, I would say that you would be up in the front there with Garcia and Fenorio had your car not having the same issues that the issues that it did.
I'd like to say so as well, but I honestly think that because my setup was so screwed up, I think I would probably be 5th or 6th at best.
Fenorio with another fast lap at 135.737. Wow. So as the fuel loads get lighter, the cars are going to go a lot faster. Wow. I'm hoping that Fenorio can get up there and catch Stylen here, or at least get in a battle there with somebody. But Donnie's working his way back up there. 27 seconds back, man, and that's off Garcia. So, man, Donnie was up there in P1 for a little while, man. You know, his first time leading here in a Formula One World Championship race. Man, he's got to be happy with that, man. I mean, at least a little bit, anyway. He's probably going to be disappointed he didn't stay up there, but I'd like to find out what happened there with him and Antel. I'd like to talk to Antel, but Antel, he left. I don't know if his friend's just real disappointed, but yeah. Lots going on up there front, man. When you end up watching the entire stream, you're going to be like, holy smoke. The first few laps, my voice just about fall out of my head. my voice box was just locked up there, man. But, whew. Interesting.
Just one thing I want to point out before we go too much further there, Johnny. Right now, Fenorio is on a set of somewhat new soft tires, while Stylen is on mediums. And I know for a fact that Stylen was going for a 2-stop race to try and get stuff done. So Stylen has got the advantage here. He may have slightly older tires, but he's got a good lead on him, and he's got a harder tire, so he should be able to make it the next 20 laps. With the
easy.
that Fenorio has, I don't know. We'll have to see.
Anthony was probably just trying to close the gap right now. At least give himself a shot if something happens with Ray or he catches some lap traffic. Now Ray, let's see where he's at. On board with Stylens. So Stylens is now coming down to the long back straightaway here. Around this corner here, he'll be there. So he's almost there yet, but he's still got a way. He's about midway now in the track here. But Stylens has nobody around him, man. I mean, he's got clean air. It doesn't look like he's pushing his car too hard. You know, he's just out there making time. He's got good tires. Those those white bands, going to take him the distance. I'm sure they will. Now, I'd like to see his fuel. Can we see his fuel from here? Let's look at the telemetry again. Boy, what do you want? Let me get back in there, telemetry. So, you really can't moderate his, you can't see his fuel here. But tell me how that reads down there with the yellow and white band there for the ERS. Look, see his white band is dropping, but his yellow band is, there it goes, is building back up now. Which is building and which is expending?
So the white band on the left is how much you have left in the charge itself, built up in the battery. And then, if I remember correctly,
and his yellow is about out right now.
Yeah, the yellow actually reset to empty once he crossed the start-finish line. I'm not quite sure how they have that set up.
That's I've not yet figured out how to use that. What button activates that? Is there a button that activates that, or does it just go by itself?
It's a setting.
It's a setting.
No, it automatically comes on. It's kind of like an automatic boost.
Okay.
Probably a certain throttle position you have to hit before it comes on. As you go 3/4 throttle, it won't go on. You floor it, it will be on. And that little blue number, the percentage, tells you how much total charge you have available, not for the lap, but in the system. So when that runs down, you have to turn your your expenditure rate setting down, so won't put out as much and give you a chance to charge.
What is the optimal setting during the race? Somebody told me medium.
For me, this track, I think I was 2 out of 5. It's 5 settings. 2 will definitely you won't lose charge lap to lap on this track. I wasn't anyway, not with my driving. 3, I think I was kind of holding steady, but 4 and 5, obviously you're going to be losing lap to lap. But 3 lasted a while, and then I had to turn it to 2. Once I turned it to 2, I started gaining back full charge.
So 16 laps to go here. 41 of 56.
Garcia was talking about practicing at 2 and 2, fuel map 2 and charge 2.
16 laps to go. Stylens still leading him around there. A 10-second gap. He has not widened that or lost that gap here from Fenorio. TK is saying that the yellow tires are going to run out here shortly. TK, he may have to do another stop. How many stops has he made? Let's find out. Let's see
right now, Stylens has made 1 stop, and he was last in on lap 25 to get the mediums.
Okay, so let's take a look here at the gap. What does it say? Stops. So position. Yeah, it is right there. So those are your stops right there. Stylens 1, Fenorio 2, Eric Garcia 2, Donnie 2, Finish Boy 2, Robert 1. Oh, Robert, really? And of course, Jamie D 2, Fly High 1, Hendrick 2, Mr. B 4. What the heck? I know he stopped right off the beginning of the race. I don't know if there was contact or what, but I know about 3 cars went in early on. So apparently that's normally what happens when you have more than 1 car going in at the beginning of the start. Is some contact, some argy-bargy, as Mr. Fish would say. So right now, on board with Garcia, as he tries to run down his teammate, Fenorio. He's got about 26 seconds to do it, or get it done anyway. I don't think he's going to close that gap too much further here. So Stylens has definitely got away from these guys. I tell you what, though, he was mixing it up with Donnie. He was mixing it up with Robert. Stylens 18, boy, did not just walk away like he did last time, but he certainly, these guys were certainly taking shots at him, man. And I think he'll be all right if he wins. But if he had got wrecked out, boy, he would have been hot. He would have been hot. My phone would have been blowing up. I don't know. I'm surprised it's not blowing up now. I'm really, maybe it is, but I have it over there. I don't know. I turned the ringer off a minute ago, man. I was getting too distracted with that. So Eric now moving around, but thanks a lot for joining us tonight. Hey, it's an interesting night. We're going to wind it up here real shortly. Lap 42 of 56. We're in San Antonio watching the Chinese Grand Prix. Brought to you by MOS Simulations and, of course, the Ministry of Speed and Wallace the Dog. Yeah, Wallace, yeah. Wallace is a big Red Bull fan. Got the Red Bull gear on. If y'all check out my Facebook page, he's certainly sporting that around. He also likes Williams and Ferrari. So, yeah, he's good. He's good to go. He likes Formula One. He's been to the race. He's been to the World Endurance race. He's been to a couple of them. Next weekend, we'll be at the Creventic watching the 24-hour endurance race. So that's going to be interesting as well. A lot of guys. Ben Keating's going to be there. Hopefully Guy Cosmo will be there. There's a couple of guys that I are friends with. They'll certainly be there. And I'll get to go in the pits, man. I'll get to sit in some cool spots. But I'll be bringing y'all some live broadcasts for sure. So y'all check that out on the Facebook page. What are we under the Facebook page? Ministry of Speed. There you go. Subscribe, follow us. We almost got 500 followers, man, and I'm pretty impressed, man. I didn't know that. So yeah, that's good for me, man. I started off with just like a handful, and I remember celebrating when I made 100. I was like, yeah, and that was like almost a year ago, man. But it's been a while, but certainly getting a little following, and I appreciate y'all hanging out there and and supporting and doing what you need to do to help me bring you the best racing I have, man. I mean, I can. I search the world around for these guys, man, and sometimes you get some craziness, and sometimes you get some pretty decent racing. And so, for the majority, it's solid. I have to say that, for the majority, it's good racing. Occasionally, things happen, and that's just part of life. Ed Pro would have certainly appreciated that. He's the only guy I know that would has pissed off the entire nation of Australia with some of his driving. Oh boy, man! I'll tell you what, we had a great battle going on with the Ford Fusion and the V8 Supercar Series, Australia versus America, man. And Ed Pro was just, oh my God, he had a target on him and a bullseye on him, and woo, man! You talk about shots fired and punches thrown, and oh my God, but all in good fun, man. But I tell you what, almost every one of those guys showed up for his funeral. Every one of those guys showed up and said something about him that was pretty decent. So, Jason Mitchell, a lot of these other guys that were out there, man. It's been a long time since we've mixed it up with those guys, and I hope they're doing okay. But hey, it is what it is, and we'll move on with that. But yeah, Ed Pro, if you're here tonight, man. If you have anything to do with any of this, man, you got down tonight, boy. I tell you what, last night, TK, man, it was pretty late, man, and things kept just moving around the house, man. Stuff would fall. I'd be in the other room, and I'd go over there. What fell? I couldn't find out. It was just a lot of noise, man. I was like, this is too weird, man. I got like the creeps, man. Like, oh man. So Wallace, get over here. Help me out. He was asleep, snoring. But yeah, just all kinds of weirdness last night and today. Just goofiness, man. I don't know I don't know how to describe it, man, but I don't know. So right now, watching Finish Boy in P5, a bad points day for him. In Gunfighter Motorsports, gonna have to get a contract renewal here pretty soon. But yeah, not doing as well as he should be from the very start. So I don't know if that's a glitch issue there or what, but I'm sure we'll find out after the race here. But stick around. It's going to be quite interesting to hear what these guys have to say. As we've talking to Bro Wilson here and TKF, get their perspectives on that. But it's always going to be something that every driver is going to have a different perspective on. Let me look at the chat here. It says, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm just wondering if on the Fantastic Partner, or if it was TK, because I know I was just giggling in the background watching the video on my phone for the last 10 minutes.
You're talking about TKF? He is. Let's see here. I guess that's who you're talking about. I'm referring to Formula One Fanatic. He says, "Hey, this dude that is in your is your partner in the commentary. He's pretty good." So I don't know if that's
just so we can tell it apart, I'll say right now.
Yeah.
Say the guy who just said fart, because I just said it. The guy who didn't.
who was just on with Johnny. So we have two guys up in the booth right now. Bro Wilson, who was just talking, and TKF, who hasn't really been talking until I address him. But
What up?
there you go, right there. So he just said what up. So that's those are both these guys right here are definitely have the vernacular and the intellect to be up in the booth here. But I would say they're both pretty good. There you go.
Got the
Well,
vernacular. I'm gonna need a dictionary on that
the
one. John.
vernacular. Well, how do you spell that? But yeah, they're both pretty intelligent guys, and you know, it's a lot of fun to have somebody up in the booth for me for once. Usually I got to cover everything and do it all, so sometimes I run out of things to say. But tonight it's always good to bounce off these guys, and right now I need all the help I can get. You know, with the EDPRO Memorial and just all this action going on here. But it's a handful, man. But I do appreciate y'all guys hanging out here and sticking around and watching the race with us here. And JBD in the pits here. Fly High taking that spot away. So JBD's been all night here running pretty good up and down the running order here in the field. A long stop here for JBD. Must be a penalty, 5-second penalty. And he's out. Good stop, but first part of it was not so good. Serving his penalty, but I don't think it matters now. It's 10 laps to go here. Not much he could do here. So on board now with Hendrick, 88 Fly, living in Kentucky, moving from Chicago area down here to Kentucky. Well, not to ride on in Kentucky, but he does. But certainly been working hard there and practicing hard. One of the better GT3 drivers and Project Car drivers out there. Trying his hand here at Formula One with other relative newcomer to open wheel is number 2, his teammate, whom we talked to earlier. Now that kid right there, boy, is super polite, man, super nice. He would make a great commentator as well. I don't think he's been a little shy, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to that kind of thing. He'll speak when he's addressed, but he's not one to be like me, you know, talk out of line and interrupt and be rude and stuff like that. So I see you responding to the question here. What does it say here? One second. It says,
Drum roll.
Bo Wilson sounds like he has a cold and is trying not to cuss. You got that right. Dennis, they got you burned, man. They got you pegged, Dennis. You sure right about that. That's great.
Hey, Johnny, I'm going to give you a little hint there.
What's that?
Look at that name that made that comment.
Is it you? Look at LeBro Wilson. You got yourself pegged in, man. That's funny. Oh, my God. That's hilarious, man. I said, whose message you need? What is this? And I look, they're saying that. I don't look at the name, but that is great. Let's see here. GK sounds mellow, and yeah, okay. So I guess they haven't, they're laughing, okay. So they didn't really specify which one, who, or what, but.
No, still hasn't. It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. So, we'll just leave it at both of y'all.
So, bro, I gotta ask, are you Canadian?
No.
Oh, don't tell me I sound Canadian. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Well, there is, but
the only reason I say that is because if you threw an A on the end of your sentences, you would be
you would be Canadian, right?
No, how do you think? What do you think? I'm from Minnesota, and it just blends over.
That is it. There is Bobby Joe McKenzie.
Hey, I don't watch that much Holmes on Holmes.
That's great, man.
I don't watch that many projects they do.
He sounds like the perfect stereotypical Canadian when he does that. That's
hilarious. I can't. I am from the North Coast, but I'm fairly neutral American with some lazy speech aspects, like dropping the G's, and I forget some of the contractions I grew up saying as a kid, and I don't realize I'm saying it. Right there, I just dropped my G. Didn't realize I was saying it.
Hey. So who's this in the pits here? Mr. B? No, that's Hendrick. So he's pitting again. Oh, no, he's not. Here we go. Let's see what the guy here. Jamie D with a fast lap. Look at that. 134 and 693. So as the fuel loads are about empty now, the speeds are just going to go. So here comes Hendrick. Let's see if he can bust one down. So he's out. That was a great stop for Hendrick. So he's having a good run tonight. considering that there's only 10 drivers in the mix here. Mr. B on the top 10, so he's got the last scoring point in the fight here. So Finish Boy P5 and Stalin still in P1. So I don't know until out. Looks like this fight's going to turn out to be a Stalin Finish Boy affair as it was 2 seasons ago. That was oh my God. That about gave you a cardiac arrest every freaking time, man. I mean, these guys used to be wheel to wheel, so I'm just surprised that Finish Boy is way back here. This is going to be an interesting conversation right after the race. Y'all guys stick around. We only got a few more minutes left. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight. It's a Saturday night here in the US of A. And, man, Formula One racing on tap. But overall, interesting, to say the least, race. TK, what are your perspectives on tonight's affair here?
Absolutely insane start. Absolutely insane start. We're starting to see the talents of a lot of different drivers come out in this top end of the field here. It's surprising me who showed up to the run.
Absolutely. Well, Robert, Donnie have got to be the most notable of all. Of course, you know, Fenorio, he's normally up there. Eric Garcia coming from the back to the front. You know, some of the disappointments tonight, obviously Finish Boy, yourself, Bro Wilson. I mean, I would expect to see them, you know, see you guys up there, you know, at least battling mid-pack or a little bit higher. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know. It can go either way, you know, with Formula One, man. I mean, this is just either way. I hope it's not the game itself, man. I hope it's not the overall platform that's causing these issues there. You know, I hate to walk on a loose floor, man. You know, I just do. A creaky floor, man. But we'll figure it out here.
I can at least say for my stuff, it was 100% physical. Like my wheel actually came disconnected from my pedals. So
I believe it. No, I've had guys that happened before, you know, and yeah, I believe it. That's actually not happened to me, but I did break a spring in my brake pedal one time. I heard it, or it went all the way to the ground, and I was like, "What?" And I said, "No, that can't be right." And I was racing, and they're like, "What's the matter?" And I said, "My brake pedal." They said, "Keep going." I forgot what we were doing. I was with the STA, that other league, and it started coming back. I guess it rolled and it got sideways or something like that, but it came back a little bit, and so it went like that for a couple of weeks. And then it started getting real wonky, and when I opened it up, all the springs just came shooting out, and that was the end of that deal. But yeah, just a lot of craziness here. But Henrik moving over here and letting Finish Boy passing by, or who is that? Oh, Eric Garcia. So Garcia on the charge here, still 26 seconds back. So Fenorio did close the gap by 3 seconds. He had to stop twice. Is he on those tires that you saw? Is he on the yellow tires? Now he's on the white tires. Is he? Oh no, he's on the yellows.
That Eric Garcia is on a pretty good run because he had some trouble in qualifying. I think he wrecked out in Q3. So he was starting 10th, but he
didn't even make Q3 qualifying.
Got by Donnie. You were remarking how well Donnie was running, but he got by Donnie.
Yeah, he wasn't. He had to work there on that. I watched that fight, but he wasn't even in qualifying. Eric Garcia didn't even make Q3, which was very unusual because Eric is just a top end driver.
He wrecked or something in Q2, or I thought at the beginning Q3, and that's why he was out wrecking his car.
It's possible. It's possible. I did see that.
I'll tell you something we got to watch coming here to the last couple of laps. Finish Boy is gaining hard on Donnie for 4th position.
And let's stay on board here with Finish Boy as he works his way up there. Yeah, he's only 4 seconds back.
He must have kicked his sister out of the chair and he's driving now.
Give me that back! Yeah! He must have fell back to sleep and his dad took over. I'll tell you what, maybe we could do something with his dad tonight, but it's been a minute since I've raced Harry. That's his father's name, Harry Levislappy. We have that. I have a little show that I put out here called Dirty Harry and Crazy Johnny, and we race each other on different tracks around the world. And Finish Boy, it's been a year since Finish Boy started teaching his dad to drive, and not too long ago, well, I guess about 6 months into it, he was already calling me to the F1 table. And
he had to teach his dad to drive. I thought the Finns were just really good at it already.
Dude, oh, he got it in his blood because within weeks, within months, he was, I mean, driving like what are you guys, man? I was like, what are you doing? At first I thought it was a joke. You know, I drive his dad. The first race, it was a little funny. You know, I beat him, you know, hands down. The second race, he was like, whoa, he was moving me over. You know, he was up there competing. I said, hold on a minute. I said, Finn, are you teaching him? He says, yes, I am showing my father how to drive. I said, oh my God. It's like freaking Senna teaching somebody how to drive. You know, it's like a Schumacher teaching his son how to drive. I said, that's no fair, man. You know, and after a while, he started beating me, man. I was like, oh, my God. You know, what is this? What is this? You know, but, yeah, so I asked him if he wanted to join the league. He said, Finn said he's not ready yet, but, you know, his dad could have been saying, yeah, ready. Maybe he slipped something to Finn this morning, and Finn went back to sleep, and he took over. But, you know, whatever. But, yeah, hopefully we can get back on the track with him. He's a great guy. Doesn't speak a lick of English. And so when I interview him, I have to translate through Finn. But it's very interesting, man. He's a very colorful character, and, you know, I enjoy racing with him a lot. But 5 laps to go here. What do we got here? So he has closed the gap. You're right. 3.705. Donnie, 39 seconds back, still holding on to P4. Eric, 26. Fenorio, 7172. And Stylen, let's see where he's at here. Oh, Stylen, 18. There he is. All by himself, just coming into the, just leaving out of the turn 1 complex here, and it's still in sector 1. I like this part of the track here. This is pretty fun. Sector 1 is like probably my favorite sector here of all this Chinese Grand Prix. That turn 1 curly Q, like bro calls it. I love that corner, man. I just love the way that corner goes, man. Fenorio can get through there like nobody's business, boy. You got to watch that practice stream I had. Oh my God, I've never seen anybody take that so fast. Anthony Johnson had the lead early on here. Had the pole for a minute till Stylen stole it. But yeah, it's certainly up there in the top. And still contending for those wins, man. This is going to be a good season for Fenorio. I could tell right away. If Stylen messes up, Fenorio is going to be right there. If Stylen misses, Fenorio is going to be right there. So yeah, hopefully Coast to Coast Racing will do a lot better than they did last season. They didn't do bad. They just didn't do as well as they should have. And I think this year is going to be their season. So we'll see how that works out. But certainly. Losing some time here is Stylen, 6 seconds back. Now it's Fenorio. Go ahead. Were we going to say something?
All right, we're looking at a 3-way battle for the 6th position here. We got the 2 McLarens going up against
Here
Jimmy
he goes.
Dodger.
Jimmy D's going to take them both on right here. He's going to make a pass. He does. Oh, no. Fly High going to take it in deep. No, he doesn't. Fly High on the mediums. Oh, they're side by side. Oh, my Lord. Look at Jimmy D. He's trying to get somewhere. Bobbing, weaving, and diving. He's on the outside now. Fly High's got the preferred line. Here we go. Jimmy D's on the juice now. DRS wide open. Here he goes. Wrong side, wrong side, wrong side. He does. Does he make it stick? He does. Look at that. Wow. Great job from Jamie. Oh, no, it's not a re-F. Fly High on the inside. No.
There we go.
Fly cuts him off. Oh, my man. Look at that. Oh, my God. So Jamie D and Fly High. Jeremy Pope getting busy here. Jamie D showing why he shouldn't have gave up his seat at Toro Rosso. Oh, no, bumped it. Oh, that was unintentional. That was easy now. That was unintentional.
Oh, now we got Robert in it. We got
Robert
3 wide.
There it is. Robert on the outside. Oh, there they go. Oh, my God. Jimmy D didn't see him there. Oh, my Lord. Wow.
Jimmy's not going to be happy about that.
No, he's not.
Keep an eye on these guys.
They mugged him. Boy. Look at JBD. He's going to get right back in it. Now, Robert just took the spot because, they had contact. So JBD had to get out of the throttle for sure and slow down. Robert was right there. He's not going to slow down. He's going to try to get around. That's the name of the game. Attack, no chance. So he certainly did what he had to do. And here we go down the long back straightaway here. Let's go on board with Jamie D. Can we do that? Oh, wrong way. Here we go. So he's got another run here. Robert takes Fly High. Robert holds it on there. He's on the inside. So Jimmy, he cooking it too far. So Fly High's going to get in there. Let's see here. Oh, he left them both behind. Wow. Jamie D got right back. Double-handed. They mugged him the first time around. Jamie D kicked both their asses second time around and has just set sail. Wow. Jamie D getting it done, man. The old crusty veteran showing why he's not one to be trifled with. Oh, man. Great job from Jamie. I'm impressed, man. I am completely impressed. That was a great run there, man. Woo.
I say we might need to get the stewards to take a look at Fly High's move there. He just punted his teammate right off the track.
Did he? Wow.
Yes.
Sit down.
Johnny, did we lose you?
Oh, I'm talking to Wallace. He's trying to sit on my lap and he's squishing on me, man. But yeah, I'm trying to get up here and move around, but he's wanting too much attention. Yeah, he takes that emotional support just a little too far. So here we go. Now you said fly high punting Robert. Well, he gave Robert back the spot.
That's because Fly High had to pit because he had wing damage. He wasn't going anywhere if he kept that on there.
Wow. That's unfortunate. I didn't see that. I looked down because Wallace was jumping all over me. I was trying to get up. See, Wallace, what you made me do? Oh my Lord. So here we go. On board now with Robert, but Jamie is gone. 3 seconds to the front. No shot, no chance. 1 lap to go here. Let's get back up to the front. What do we got here going on? Not a whole lot. So that was going to be it for the battles anyway. It looks like Fenorio is not going to be able to close that 6.892 gap anymore. Eric's going to be where he needs to be in P3, and Finish Boy P4 after being in last spot. I guess that's a good run. I'm not sure if he's going to consider that a good run. Stick around. Post-race interviews here right afterwards. You won't hear from Styling because he doesn't give interviews. He just shows up and shows out. But you will hear from Fenorio, Garcia, and Finish Boy. Of course, you'll hear from Donnie. I don't know. Jamie and I want to come in here. Fly High may come in here. Mr. B. Hendrick, we'll see if they come in. I certainly hope they do. We'll hear from them all. So stick around. It's going to be an interesting, to say the least, post-race interview. Here we go. On board with Styling. White flag in the air. This time by, he's coming down the long back straightaway. Ray Rawls from Australia, from Perth, I believe he said it was, is a world champion cricket player down in Perth. I have to think of something creative to make here of Ray. Did you see that last one I made? That little post I made of him with him. They're hoisting him up and they're pouring beer on his head and stuff. That took about 2 days to do. So we'll see if I can't figure something else out here for Ray. It's getting kind of hard to keep coming up with creative things here. He has so many wins, but he's on his last lap here. Ray Rawls for the Atomic Kiwi Racing team here, Antel's team, Antel DNFing, but still a great job from a great points day for Mercedes and a great job from Ray to win again. You know, that's what he does, man. He comes to win, and you know, he didn't have an easy go this time by, that's for sure, man. He was mixing it up with Donnie, mixing it up with Robert. But yeah, he knows how to get around the track here, and I'm certainly impressed with Ray. He's been a longtime friend of mine. He's raced with me in my other league, and of course now he's back again. You know, the door is always open for him. He's one of these guys that can come and go as he pretty much wills, just based on his talent, man. I mean, the guy's just a remarkable driver, a remarkable talent. You know, and the best thing of all, he doesn't talk. So, you know, so we're just going to accept that for Ray here and let him be who he is. Yeah, we'll just let that go. So, Fenorio,
not we got some news here.
Well,
Jamie D is slowing way down. Robert's gotten past him. Something's wrong.
I'm not sure, but here we go. I'm going to cross the stripe here with Robert. You keep an eye on that, and that's it. Here he comes across the stripe one more time. Styling 18 winning here at the Chinese Grand Prix. Good job there from Styling. So let's go back down there and see what's happening. So there's Robert. Who's that in front of? Who's that behind Robert? Jamie D. I see a Red Bull back there. So here comes Jamie D.
Eric.
Okay, so here comes Jamie D. Who's that in front of him? See, that's a Red Bull. Oh no, yeah, that's a Ferrari. Hold on here.
Ferrari? I don't see a Ferrari.
Wait. What am I seeing here? I don't know what I'm seeing.
You got a McLaren, a Red Bull, and a Force India.
Maybe my color needs to be fixed on my TV here. So Fenorio taking P2, Eric Garcia P3, Finish Boy P4. Here he comes. Anthony Johnson almost winning here, except he was 6 seconds back. I tell you what, man, what a hell of a start there, man. We saw you leading there for a minute there, mixing it up there with the best. You got mugged on the first lap for sure, man, on that first corner by Antel. And then it was wheel to wheel after that, man. I'm surprised you kept that thing pointed in the right direction, man. But, you know, man, all that practice that you do pays off, man. I'm telling you, what a hell of a run, man. A great drive from you tonight. Tell me your thoughts on tonight's race.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can certainly hear you.
Okay. I'd like to thank the sponsors, first of all. But, you know, it did not feel right. I know I got a 31-0 in quali, but it was slick. And I made a setup to stick, and it didn't stick. I don't know, you know, I don't know what happened.
Oh, I saw McLaren crashed off there on the side there, so something was happening back here. Shots are fired here. Was the track, was it glitchy or something like that? Because these guys are talking about their tires overheating. I mean, just some crazy stuff.
Well, dude, you know, it just changed. I'm telling you, it changed. Everything changed. The ERS changed, but you know, like I normally do, I just raced, pushed my butt off. That's, you know, basically what I did.
Wow.
I tried to be careful in the corners because, you know, it was slick. It was slick.
Okay.
But, you know, it was a good fight. It was a good fight.
We'll keep that in mind. We'll talk about that offline here in a little while. But, wow, what a great job there from Fenorio. Let's see if we can get your teammate up here. Give me a second here, and let me send out some invites. 1 second here. Somebody says their mic is muted. Make sure everybody's mic is on. Let's see here. So Eric, you are in here. Hang on 1 second here. Let me get Finish Boy. Is that Finish Boy in here? It's certain. That's Donnie. Donnie, we want to talk to you. So y'all guys stick around here. I'm gonna get to all of y'all in a minute here, but let me throw some invites out here real quick and get the rest of the particulars in here. Mr. B, if he's still out there, come on in. 1 second here. They can't hear you anyway if y'all are talking. 1 moment. All right, guess that's going to be it for now. We'll see who else comes in here. So we'll talk to Eric next. Eric, a podium, man. 26 seconds back, though. What a hell of a start there, man. What are your thoughts? What happened? Did you wreck? Did you wreck out or something?
I wrecked. Yeah, I wrecked out in Q2. And
Okay.
I was, you know, trying to push as hard as I can, and I keep doing that corner the same way, and it's happened to me more than once, and I don't know why I couldn't correct it, but I guess it still turned out okay. I'm glad to have a podium. I had some pretty good battle with Stylin over there in the beginning of the race.
Oh man, I saw that.
Yeah, there was just too much traffic, so it was kind of hard to get really ahead. So,
well,
but
30
in
seconds
the end,
back.
I was surprised. I was surprised to see I was in third, and I just kept pushing and pushing, and yep, nobody caught up.
Well, there you go, Eric Garcia, P3, baby. Good job there for Coast to Coast Racing. Y'all got a good points day today, man. So y'all should be proud there, man. Donnie, let me get to you before I get to anybody else there. Donnie, man, I got to tell you, dude, this has got to be your best run ever in Formula One, man. I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are, but from my perspective, battling with Stylins, battling with Antel and taking the lead like, I mean, I was just, oh my God, man. I mean, even though you didn't hold on to it, you still got up there, man. You were battling with the best. You were hanging in there, man. What, man? Congratulations, man. This is almost like a win, in my opinion, to you. Let me hear what you got to say. Donnie, stop us.
Hello? Can you hear me?
There you go. I can
Hey,
hear you
I'm
now.
sorry. I did it again. But, first off, a couple things. Prada, Del Estrada, can't say enough about them. Thank you so much for helping us out and coming along another season with us. So we're very fortunate to have them as a sponsor, and we all appreciate that very much. Our good friend EDPRO, God rest his soul. We miss him. It's been a year this week, so it's been kind of a tough week, but he was definitely with us tonight.
Sure.
Helped me get up to the front. Yeah, if it wasn't for my mistakes, we might have been able to hang with Eric. You know, I had to kind of pinch myself too when I got out front. I'm like, oh my God, did I just pass these guys?
Oh my God, dude, I was just like screaming like a schoolgirl, man. That was amazing.
Yeah, me too. But, yeah, I kind of screwed up in quali, and I had too many laps on the tires I ended up starting the race in. I didn't plan on doing it. I planned on getting another. I got a fresh set on, but I had a mix-up with a guy who wasn't up to speed in quali, and it kind of ruined my lap. But
Right.
you know, we'll take it. I'm just happy to finish one finally. The first two,
Yeah.
we had mechanical issues and
Right.
weren't able to finish. But you know, to finish this one in fifth is
Stunning drive, Donnie.
definitely great. It's
A
a
stunning
step in the
drive.
right direction
A
for
stunning drive.
Sasquatch Motorsports.
I am just completely impressed with you, man. That was great stuff, man. Donnie, congratulations, man. Good drive tonight. Let me talk to this man here. Everybody, I'm going to get to y'all. Just give me a second here. Let me talk to my world champion driver here, Gunfighter Motorsports #1 driver and only driver right now, Finish Boy. Yeah, there you go. That's my question for you. What the flip happened, man? I mean, qualifying not good. P8, I think it was. You know, I'm gonna call a dog and a cat, but man, I don't even know what to call this, man. What happened to Finish Boy tonight?
I don't know if you catch it on the stream, but somebody hit me on the back where we're fighting there, so I lost quite a good chunk of my front wing. So after that, it was just, you know, hoping for a safety car, hoping for something's gonna happen, but nothing happened. So it was a tough race. Those medium tires took a very long time to get them heated up, but if there would have been a safety car, if we would have put a soft zone, we would have not have any new sets left. So it was like playing gamble today. And yeah, it was. I think it was. I don't know what it looked like on your end, but for me, the first lap was just, you know, too chaotic. So people
it was
need
very
to calm
chaotic.
down. People need to calm down.
Right.
On the first lap, give each other room, because I was just trying to stay away from those guys that were battling in front of me, not trying to hit them in the back, and then I get hit in the back. So it's very, you know, it's that these things should not happen in the league for us. It hasn't happened before, so it's good, but it shouldn't happen. So we will have to discuss and get, because next race is Baku. And if you make things like that, you can wipe out the half of the field with that kind of a move.
That
so
is
I was lucky that I was able to, you know, go to the right and not clip those two guys that were in front of me. So it could have been a big wreck, and, you know, a couple of guys already out on the first lap. So you have 56 laps to make your move. So you ain't gonna win it on the first lap, but you sure can, you know, lose it. So
yes, I agree.
Yeah, so
I agree.
yeah, it was damage limitations. It was, you know, it was what it was. So we had few battles with few guys, and yeah, it was okay in the end. So I was at least happy that I finished fourth, because it could have been a DNF as well. So
you made it to the end. Yeah, you made it to the end. So it was still a decent points day for you. I think you're still you're second in points now still. So I think Ray.
Eric is probably only a couple of points behind me. Leads.
So Stylen didn't get any points last week or last race, but he will start scoring driver's points now since he's officially signed with us. So he's going to be continuing on in the Mercedes as Anto's teammate. So you can give him points tonight for his win. But overall, I think still a great drive. Like you said, damage control. It was key for you there. Your qualifying run wasn't the best, but again, I'm not quite sure. These guys were reporting some glitching issues with the tires and stuff like that, real slick and stuff like that. Their tires heating up super fast. Were you encountering any of that, or did you get any? Or were you privy to any of that information there?
I know that this track, there's a few corners where if you go too fast, tires can eat up pretty quickly. So that's why we put the mediums on when we had the most amount of fuel in the car, because we thought that if the soft zone, we're gonna just destroy those tires, and softs were really good in the end when, you know, the car was a little bit fuels. I don't know, it was really slippery, so it was tough for me to say, because I was running the mediums at the beginning. So it might have been that there just was no traction on the track yet, because the race just started. So the track is usually quite dirty when the race starts. So it could have been that as well. But yeah, you you never know. So hopefully we'll have a little bit stickier tires at Baku in 2 weeks' time.
Well, we'll get all that worked out here. But yeah, thanks again for sticking around and sticking it out, man. Because that was an amazing run. I was just curious the whole night, man. I mean, it's just not a typical finish boy that we normally see. But I know there was some contact early on, but I think that's probably because you're in the back there qualifying, and you had not the best run that you needed to get up front there. But again, that's you can't always be. What I'm saying, like you said, it's hard, man. There's so many variables here. You just can't account for all of them. But again, congratulations at least finishing P4, I think it was P4.
Yeah, P4, yeah.
There you
Thanks,
go.
Johnny.
So P4, all right. So finish boy, our world champion here. So let's see here. Oh, well, thanks a lot, Jet Pilot. I appreciate that. Great race. We had people watching there. Oh, Mr. Kendrick left. I was going to get to him. Fly High, we saw you come in the room there, mixing it up with Robert there, man. What a great drive from you, Jeremy, man. You were up there for a while, man. It had that McLaren going. I'm impressed, man. I know you haven't been racing Formula One full on as much as you like to. You started off with this season as a fill-in driver, a temporary driver, but now you got the seat tonight for McLaren. Racing your teammate hard, racing with Jamie Dodger there, man. Tell me your thoughts on tonight's race, man. And, did you experience anything other than hard racing that would cause a tire issue or anything like that?
Well, I'm a little disappointed because I wanted either 5th or 6th position, and I know I had the pace to do it. Start was great. The race was going great. I didn't have any overheating tire issues, none of that.
Okay.
I started 11th. I wanted to start between 8th and 11th. Got what I wanted there, but I don't know what happened between Jamie and Robert. But it looked like Jamie went to attack and Robert pulled out at the last second, and I'm braking, and then Dirty Air it just went straight into the back of him. So I had to pit, and I was like 24 seconds down.
Yeah. Well, we were watching that. Well, actually, TK watched that and called that to our attention. I had just changed it, so they were monitoring that. He said that you hit him from behind, but I know you're not going to do that to your teammate intentional. So it had to be some kind of either a wreck or some kind of issue like that. But don't be too disappointed in that, because I tell you what, Robert was mixing it up with everybody tonight, man. Certainly driving very hard, very aggressive, and it's clean for the most part. And I didn't really see anything that would be too construed as just too off kilter there, but still, man, a great job, and as I know, anything can happen in racing. You're an endurance racer, you're a GT3 racer, you're an IndyCar racer. You've done it all. You've been through every situation. So again, I'm totally impressed with your drive tonight, man, and I'm glad that you're going to be able to join us for the rest of the season, driving the McLaren, heading up McLaren, man. Congratulations, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right. So who else is in here that I did not talk to? Let's find out. Finish boy, fly high. Jamie D. I'll tell you what, man. Dude, you did the whole night tonight. You were actually up there with Fenorio, man, mixing it up for P2, P1. I don't know if did you lead the race for a minute or two, at least a lap or two? But man, this has got to be one of your better runs, man. I know you're mixing up in the back there with these guys toward the end of the race, but the first part of the race was, man, impressive, man. I mean, I'm just totally amazed at some of your drive there, man. Tell me a little bit about your race and some of the antics that were going on back there.
No, I didn't lead nothing, mate. I just see people bailing out, and I was overtaking people. And then I don't know. Donnie had some really good tyres at one point, and he seemed to lose his tyres, and then he just wiped me straight out.
Wow.
And it took me a while to go back in, change my wing, fighting with all the back runners. Quite a bit of bumping about with certain people, but yeah, I thought. I did Robert. I didn't realise that they did each other, so I let him pass me towards the end.
Jamie, I don't mean to interrupt you, but let me interject here. Fly High and Robert got you in one particular part of the track. They just went right around you, and then single-handedly, man, you went and got both of them, man. I mean, I caught that on the stream, man, and I was just like, wow, oh my God, Jamie, that was classic, man. I mean, well, 2 against 1 and then 1 against 2, man, and you took them both out, and then you just drove off, like, oh my God, that was just beautiful driving, Jamie, man. I got to tell you, man, I am totally impressed with your drive tonight, man. Good stuff, dude. I don't know if that nap helped or what, but
I needed one, mate, for this time of morning, but I thought I should have finished a lot better than that, mate. You know what I mean?
I think you should have. Yeah, I think so, man. Because the way you were driving with Fenorio, I mean, you were hanging with them, man. I had never seen that pink car that far up in the grid for that long, man.
I'm just going to let him go, mate. Oreo. I wasn't even going to bother trying to chase him. I was just saving my tyres.
Well, that was a great run.
Getting to lap 9 on my tyres, so.
Great job, Jamie, man. I'm totally impressed, man.
I'm going to chase him, mate. No
good stuff, man.
Bye, mate. Cheers. Thanks.
Overall, I think Sahara, had a good run. That was Ed Pro's car, so I'm sure that he was rooting you on. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much wraps it up there. We're gonna have a drivers meeting here afterwards. But again, thanks a lot for joining us tonight. Finn, where are we going next? To Baku, right? I think you said that.
Yeah, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Azerbaijan! Woo, man! I'll tell you what, that's one of my favorite tracks. I like seeing the action there. The castle section has just got to be the most intense. It's like shooting down a little narrow alleyway there, man. In an F1 car, man. It's just ridiculous. Uphill, left, right. Oh my God, it's incredible. So join us for that in 2 weeks. Next week, I won't be here for the Ferrari Challenge. I will be at Circuit of the Americas watching the Creventec World Endurance Championship. There, it's a 24-hour event it's like an American 24-hour event, but they go around the world doing all that cool stuff, man. So check it out. It's probably be on TV or on YouTube, but I'll be there. I got some friends there from Mark Racing. Of course, got a couple other guys that hang out there. Ben Keating will be there. Just a bunch of my friends went, so it's going to be awesome. Maybe I'll do some live streams from some of these garages and talk to some of these drivers. So again, check us out this Saturday coming up. I'll be at Circuit of the Americas, but after that, we're back at it again. I think what we're going to have to do is get our Formula One series here on a back-to-back because we got to get some of these guys back on schedule as we're going to be missing some of these things during the holidays, and so we're going to be juggling it around. But keep following us here on Facebook, and of course watch us during the practice streams, and we'll let you know when our next race is going to be. But for sure it'll be Baku in 2 weeks. So yeah, check us out then, and we'll have more information for you as far as the rest of our schedule is concerned. But anybody last thoughts, comments, suggestions to the world out here? Anybody's thoughts overall about tonight's race? Nobody? Anybody? Wallace loved it. I know I loved it, man. That was some great stuff, man. You guys put on a hell of a show, man. That first lap was just incredible, man. But with that said, guys, God bless y'all, man. Thank y'all for showing up tonight, man. Ed Pro, if you're there, man, brother, we love you. We miss you. What an interesting evening here. Practice session started in the rain, and I knew you were here, brother. I knew it. I knew you were here, man. I know you hated the rain, and I know you hated Chinese, the Formula One, man. So, yeah, this is the best way I could show you some love, man. So with that said, Six Gun Johnny and Wallace the Dog saying goodnight for now from San Antonio, Texas. Formula One Chinese Grand Prix is about done, man. Wow, what a race. You guys, incredible, man. 3, 2, 1. Adios, amigos. We are off the air.